All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safeway Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
All right, let's do a cheers.
It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The crack at 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites. Nom, 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 nom.
Taking down a pin.
It's a two-jacket day.
This is Shaq, and you're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk.
He is on fire. Stay high, Marcus.
Huge.
What a moment for George Springer.
This is Shaq and you're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk.
George Springer. He's done it again.
It's the Major Leagues.
Major Leagues, Dave Jameson.
That's how you win.
That's how
World
you win.
Series.
Trying to get a little bit of juice for your the boys of summer, as they call them, the Toronto Blue Jays, who have
Canada's team.
kind of bottomed out, I guess you can say. Hey, is this rock bottom?
Where do they go from here?
Where do they go? Well, You'll have an update on I think you have the wild card numbers we'll get to here in a bit. But 6:07, welcome back to another installment of the Nielson Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. The Nielson Show is always brought to you by Wyshynski. Check them out today for all your AC, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, etc., needs. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit Weiss-Johnson.com and book an estimate today. No Dustin Nielsen once again. Dave, we welcome you back. How are you doing?
Wearing a new hat.
Yes. Well, off the display case, which is nice.
You
You've kind of been modeling, certain wares.
Is it too early to tell the listeners, I smell something in the studio? Can we get to it now, or do you want to wait?
No, let's get to this now. YouTube Trev's here as well. He's got the smell. It's we'd call it in the spirit of baseball, a rugged odor. Do
we know where
rugged
that's
odor?
from?
Yeah. Yeah, we do, Dave. I've had the reputation as of late of bringing some other smells into the studio, which haven't been as pleasant as this, you could argue. I don't know what this is. It's lavender or a beach nut or something. Trev, do you know what it is?
Oh,
I can't
smells
place
good.
You have a
it,
good
but there's
nose on you?
something going on here.
I did text my wife.
Light lilacs.
It could be, yeah. Spring is
Okay.
in the air, hey, I guess.
I'm
in the
not saying
studio
it's
here.
offensive. Like,
No, I
please,
know.
I want to make sure I've,
It smells
given
like
context.
purple. A light purple.
It does smell purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, not grape purple, but it's got
No.
like a...
Like a lighter.
The bottle is
And
like
not
a...
deep purple.
Oh, well. So my wife, as she likes to have pleasant smells around the home, and she has one
doesn't?
of these little bottles of, what would you call it, an oil? Or
Yes.
I guess it'd be like
A
some sort
scented
of
oil.
a scented fragrance dripper. So there's a little bottle with some sticks coming out of it.
Right. You're
And-
doing
and I
a
don't
great
know-
job describing it.
Well, I
can
don't know
see in
how it
my
works.
mind's eye, well,
I don't know how it works. She
it's-
sets it there in this room, and all of a sudden it smells, and it's kind of a pleasant smell when you're in the room and walking by.
Right.
Like you just get a hint on the breeze. But as I do, I like to lay my clothing out the night before.
Yes, as you should.
I'd rather, if I could, have a mechanism where I just kind of I stand there and
It drops it over
drops
you.
drops me into the suit. So, anyways, I had my clothes kind of set near this bottle of scent with the sticks coming out of it, like cinnamon sticks. It kind of looks.
Yeah.
And I wake up this morning, and I go to my clothing, and I get this very stronger than usual odor, rugnid odor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what's going on here? This is this bottle? Yeah, okay, I get that and everything. And then I look, and I had my EST as my EST. You must forgive me. I'm wearing the same, because I had to, in a pinch, I'm wearing my Play Alberta, which is
That's
nothing wrong with
okay,
that.
Play
That's
Alberta.
fine. But I wore this yesterday. I like to kind of switch it up. But I had my EST white hoodie, and the sleeve was just soaked in this oil. Now, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how you get that liquid from that little bottle
That's transference.
out
right?
of the. Is that how it goes? So it must have been
Don't
something.
look
The
at me,
material. If you set material near to this thing,
Okay. Maybe a listener knows.
I'm sure one of our educated listeners or viewers this morning on YouTube, 95.7 Cruise FM, the iHeart TuneIn radio app, or at
Sure.
the Source Edmonton Sports Talk, could enlighten me. But I just don't know how this works. So, anyways,
It's not unpleasant. That's
half
what
of my
I'm
hair-
telling you.
No, it
It's
isn't,
not
but it is
unpleasant,
getting a
but
little
it's
annoying.
just-
And I
yeah.
think some of it got on my cap, my brand new cap from the Hive Product Marketing. Promotional products that bring the buzz.
Likewise.
Check them out today. Thank you. HiveProductMarketing.com, by the way, if you want these hats. Limited run, though. You can't get them anymore. But so the hat might be, I might have to give this a wash, but all my clothing was just, I said, to hell with this, and I threw it into another room and slammed the door. So
But you smell good.
Play through.
yeah, but is this a scent-free office? Did we ever get that under the? No, I know you.
Don't ask me.
No, I
I'm
know.
here
But did Matt ever send an
on a
email?
PTO. I'm
Was there
here
ever
on a
an email?
PTO.
Like I could get written up today.
We can't eat popcorn, according to Mac.
We
So
can't what?
What?
Apparently, that's what's the word? We're not allowed to
We're not allowed to eat
To-
popcorn.
here.
Like
When
on
did that
air?
happen?
Yeah. I think Gager had popcorn here, and he's like, "Oh no, that's a work." Oh dang, the word's escaping me.
A violation?
Violation, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Yeah, it's kind
OSHA?
of no. But you're not. We're not allowed to have popcorn here. So, according to Matt,
We've got everything else.
yeah.
We've got
know,
endless
look up
bags
that
of
word.
chips and everything. Okay, well, that's
Okay.
What did we learn on the show today? No popcorn. That's have to raise that at the staff meeting this Thursday, hey?
Yeah.
But anyways, I apologize. I know, as you said, it's not an unpleasant odor, but it is an odor that is getting a little annoying, and quite frankly, on my nerves. And I hope it's not. I hope it's like a. I don't think is it natural. I don't know if it's natural or not. It could be like high chemical.
You know what it is? It's the odor of success, which is what we wish the Oilers tonight. Hello.
Game day.
Yes.
We're getting
Let's go.
we're getting those Michigan fumes, hey? Hey, how's your
Yes.
bracket, by the way, Dave?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Guess who had the Wolverines winning the whole tournament?
Craig Button.
Well, him too. But
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy beside me. Yeah.
Lots going on in the sporting world we'll get to, both from last night and setting up tonight. As Dave mentioned, it is game day here. Oilers and Mammoth. We'll get you set for that one as the race for the Pacific Division crown continues. And a lot of hot action on the ice last night as well, with the 4 games, 11 later tonight, but 4 important ones last night as well we'll get to. So we'll knock all that down. We'll set up the rest.
John Cooper's angry.
Well, maybe McDavid can
John Cooper
Help him
is
out tonight.
super hot.
Do it for
after what
Coop.
happened last night.
Do
We'll
it
get
for
to
Coop tonight.
Yeah.
How about those Sabres, eh? They just won't.
They won't go away.
They will not go away.
Lindy Ruff.
The boys got it. Troll, a work faux pas, as well as Rob from the Grove. That's what.
A faux pas?
Yeah. That's what Maddie called it.
So it's not like
No popcorn.
disallowed. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
he
it's just-
prefers that you don't.
Yeah. So. That's what we're breaking here.
He runs a
Sorry, boys.
tight ship,
Yep.
which should surprise no one.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to bring in popcorn now.
Yeah, of course you do.
A full machine.
Don't tell that to you.
Yes.
Just the microwave variety, or if we bring in a popper, like if with the seeds and the kernel, like the
Yeah.
whole. Like,
Gager, yeah, he nuked it. So I think that's what it was. And it just, as soon as he came out of the hangout, why does it smell like popcorn? What is that, popcorn? Yeah.
Rod Z in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and you can
Yes.
text anytime, 780-218-9999. It is the PJ's inbox. Oops. He comes in with a voice of reason here.
Yeah.
Many fragrance oils can be toxic or cause health issues due to synthetic compounds, such as phthalates and parabens, which are linked to hormone disruption, allergies, and respiratory problems. So
That's my problem this morning.
there we go.
That's why my
Could
voice
be your
is-
text of the day here, Rod
Yeah.
Z. Thanks very much.
Rack it.
Yeah. I may
Rack it.
need a ride home, I guess, by the end of the show.
Yes.
Won't have my phthalates and parabens. 780-218-9999. Paris Jewelers do not pay for 1 year. Flexible payment options on now. You can shop in-store in Edmonton area, West Ed Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center. Or online, parisjewelers.com, Canadian and family owned. And of course, the best text today, there'll probably be a few, as always, a handful, and we'll vote around the room later on in hour 3 of the show. And that'll get you the Royal Pizza text of the day. Matthew got it yesterday, incorporating the tomato and
Yes.
not seeing a bear thing. So that was a really creative text. I gave him a call yesterday, and he thought so
I
as
saw
well.
a bear yesterday.
Where were you?
White Avenue.
Okay. What club?
Easy.
Yeah. Royal Pizza, still making it great for over 55 years. Top-notch service, royalpizza.ca. You can go on the website this morning, order your supper, and it'll be by tonight. Simple as that. The Spicy Vegetarian is on now, loaded with mushrooms, green peppers, red onions, green olives, and jalapenos, then drizzled with mango habanero sauce. It's perfectly fresh, bright, and flavorful, just in time for spring. Royal Pizza, still making it great. Yes, just to address as well the elephant in the room, I know Dusty was in Vegas last week. He is off, just day-to-day here this week. You can get your funny texts in, or which I know somebody said that he's looking for a property in Ottawa, right? Senators.
Oh,
which
yes.
is So I mean that's good. It's
I
not
don't
for
think
me to
he's
say.
getting enough praise
Yeah. Well,
for the job he did there.
did you?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
okay, good. Just making sure. But
Message
you can
right
get your
away.
funny Dustin Nielsen text in. I'm not going to go into. He can do that. That's his business when he gets back, and he will be back. But we're just going to take it touch and go day by day here. So I think Dave, you're in today. You're in tomorrow.
Yes.
What we know, and then
Yes.
we'll move on from there. So if you want to get some funny Dustin Nielsen texts in, no, why not? He loves the
I'm
humor.
like Tristan Jarry. Stay ready. We may not want to go to you, but if we have to, give us 60 good minutes.
And great teeth.
Yes.
Same thing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Excellent.
Excellent
Yeah.
teeth.
We are coming to you live as well from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. If you're looking for a tight game day meal or a little afternoon snack, $8, they'll get you the 3-piece bone-in chicken. That's the deal right now. PopeyesChicken.ca. Their chicken is marinated for 12 hours, hand-battered, comes in portions that actually fill you up. Unreal value. If you haven't had Popeyes in a while, go see for yourself. The show today, pretty standard Tuesday here on the Nielsen Show. As always, we will set you up with Fired Up later this hour. We'll get fired up. You're already fired up with the sense. It is a bit like a smelling salt in a way, hey? You can come over, get a whiff off of me, and you'll just be to the moon. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces later this hour. Of course, we'll have your morning announcements coming up shortly. Craig Button will be by. Regular Tuesday hit. I know it was a big night for him with Michigan capturing the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Hockey games.
Hockey to come.
Fraught, that's the word, with importance in the Pacific Division.
Well, yes, and we will go over some movement as well.
Implications up the wazoo.
Devils making a move yesterday. We'll get his thoughts on that. Of course.
Fitz.
Yep.
T. Fitz is out.
Tortorella's residency in Vegas seems to be going
Continues at
well.
the Sphere.
We'll get his thoughts on that. So all the things in the hockey world, plus the Michigan Wolverines and their success. He likes to do a little tap dancing for his school there, so we'll discuss that with him. Play Alberta Early Bird today. We'll take a look at the Oilers and Mammoth. I don't know if you want to go to the Diamond. Jays game 2 against the Dodgers
Sure we
later
do.
tonight. We can go there.
It's a rematch.
I don't know who
it's a
they'll-
World Series rematch,
Well,
guys.
it's-
I mean,
yeah.
how can you not get up for it?
Yeah, well,
That is the question.
Yeah.
you're all
Can
up
the
for
Jays not get up for
it.
it?
Yeah, and who gets hurt tonight?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, you don't
Forearm
do that.
tendonitis.
Play Alberta might have an odd on that. Hey, like next Jay.
Forearm tendonitis.
Yeah, Kirk's getting surgery. It's
Not good.
Barger. Everyone.
It's April 7th.
I know.
You know. Weekly confessions as well for Spectrum Rental. That's coming up at around 7:30. We'll spend a little time on that. Spectrum Rental usually gets in their confession. If you have any confessions as well, feel free to text them in, 780-218-9999, and we'll get to them. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. Greg Washinsky is back from Disney World? Land?
Yeah, which
Land.
Land?
Land?
Well, no, probably
No.
Disney World
World.
would make more sense for him.
I've said this before. I get the
World
two
is in
confused.
Florida, right?
Yeah.
Land is in
so
California.
he's closer to
Fair?
world than land.
Yeah, and there's somebody mentioned how it's spelled.
Artemis.
I don't know. There's a way to differentiate between the two, but I can never remember. But he's back from his trip.
Oh yeah, world is the ORL in world is Orlando, and then land Disneyland LA with land.
That's how it works.
Got it.
Kind of a genius.
You are a genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just thought this up.
I just came up with that.
It's not based in reality at all.
I
well
just
done.
came up with
Well
that.
done.
Greg Washinsky at 8:30. We'll get you set for Oilers and Mammoth. Go over the lines that we saw from yesterday with your orange and blue breakfast. And the wrap for William Huff, all still to come here on a Tuesday installment of the Nielsen Show. Let's get to your morning announcements here. They're brought to you by Hattie's Golf Shop, golf swag you won't find anywhere else. It is Masters Week, Dave,
It
kicking
is.
off here.
Yep.
They're arriving. Like today's like arrival day. We'll have
Cars are pulling in. Lexus.
all the expensive.
parking.
You'll take a couple shots off the
Hit at the range.
on
Everyone
the range.
will talk. How
on the
are you? How are the
range.
kids?
Masters. Yeah.
And then let's get going.
Masters Week, you go over the
Jim
menus,
Nance,
right?
Tony Romo.
the food,
Everything.
Yeah.
The
smells. Hattie's Golf Shop. Golf swag you won't find anywhere else. Visit hatties.golf right now, and you can use the code NASTY15. That's NASTY15 for 15% off online orders. They got a lot of great swag up at that website, which once again is Hattie's, HADDIES.golf. Check them out today. So we'll start with the hockey. Last night, 4 games as mentioned. That Western wildcard race just won't quit unless you're the Kraken. They fall
Yeah,
six.
they've checked out.
I tell you, man,
Yeah.
they are. It's just I can't express enough my brutal hatred for that franchise, and for no specific reason. They've never hurt me in any way.
No.
I just find it so bland and so vanilla that it's. Yeah, you know, you'd be crying if you weren't laughing at this point. But they fall 6-2 on Winnipeg to the Jets. The Jets staying alive, Dave. 3 points back of a wild card spot this morning, given the fact that it was a 3-point evening down in L.A. with the Kings defeating the Predators 3-2 in a shootout, which now makes it what? 32 wins for the Kings on the season, 19 of which regulation wins.
Well, you guys see that as a negative, and they just need a little extra time.
Pun intended.
Yes.
It's
Just
always
a little extra time to
whether
get
it's
the work
overtime
done.
or a shootout. Yeah, it's
Matters not.
so they get the win in the shootout. They're now in that second wild card spot, 83 points. The Predators have 82. The Sharks are on 81 following last night's 3-2 victory at home against the Blackhawks. And you mentioned John Cooper earlier.
Yes.
A titanic battle in Buffalo last night.
Oh, that was a goodie.
So the Sabres come away with a 4-2 victory over the Lightning.
I know I teased it earlier.
Give me 7 of
Cooper,
those, eh?
So Cooper is very upset because I forget the name of the player. In a collision along the boards, the penalty box was left unlocked. And that Tampa Lightning player, Pontus, anyhow, forget the last name, appears to have suffered a very serious arm injury, left the arena in a sling. And so Cooper is like, we need an investigation. One of the players is calling for the elderly man in the black jacket to get fired.
Well, Cooper said, I don't know if they should keep their job after what happened
yeah,
there.
I mean, Coop's saying
he's-
fire him.
And when Coop talks,
We
the
listen.
longest tenured,
Yes,
right?
we listen.
He's got McDavid listens exactly. Yeah, he was bitching about that.
Yeah.
The officiating in general last night, he
Too
wasn't too
many
happy about.
penalties.
Too many
Yeah.
penalties, sucking the life out of the game. But
Which
you know,
is rich coming from that organization and John Cooper, hey?
well, you complain about him
Yeah.
when you get him
Oh, of course.
against you.
Yes.
But when you're getting them in your favor, it's
Let him play.
let him.
Let him play.
What a phrase, eh?
Yeah, let him play.
So that was your NHL slate from last night. As mentioned, 11 games tonight, one of which you'll see the Oilers in Utah battling the Mammoth. As nothing shaking with the top three in the Pacific last night, as mentioned. But taking a look later tonight on that 11-game slate, of course, Oilers Mammoth. The Ducks are at home to the Predators. And the Golden Knights will be in Vancouver to battle your Vancouver Canucks this evening, Dave. So that's your out-of-town scoreboard watching for later tonight when it comes to the rest of the Pacific. And Stars at home to the Flames, Wild at home to the Kraken. The Kraken trying to stay alive.
Just kind of limp.
Yeah, they'll probably get a win tonight. They'll probably beat
Their bags
Minnesota.
are in the lobby and they're waiting for the airport shuttle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other oil in town,
This hurts.
this what a series though.
stinks.
What a
Yes.
series. I mean, I think the Blades winning their first Game 7 in franchise history on the road.
Wait a minute.
I think they won three times here in Edmonton. Home ice advantage can go to hell in this series. Of course, the Oil Kings forcing a Game 7 with Sunday's victory in Saskatoon. They then got on the bus, double overtime victory. Got on the bus, came back here, and it was Game 7 last night in which Rowan Calvert scoring in overtime. His goal would give the Blades the series on the power play as well, assisted by David Lewandowski. He opened the scoring. Oilers prospect last night, finishing with a goal and an assist. So that does it for the Oil Kings season. It was number 3 against number 6, and it's number 3 heading home in the Edmonton Oil Kings. A good season, regular season,
Good job by Gator.
we're in that 3 slot, but I mean, we talked to Matt Barrett last week. We said this thing could kind of go long, and it did. And the Blades, congratulations to the Priestner and co.
I find that an odd statistic that they have never won Game 7 on the road. And that's a franchise with a rich history.
It's got a rich history, but not necessarily a successful one in that. In terms of, so they do it. It'll now be the Blades and the Raiders in round 2, which sets up a great rivalry game there. And then down south, the Hitmen and the Tigers. So that's kind of your round 2. I mean, I will keep a firm eye on it, but of course with the Oil Kings out of the mix. But a good season, a tip of the cap to the Oil Kings. I don't think you expected them maybe to be bowing out in opening round action, but here we are. Do you want to get to the diamond, Dave?
What? Do we? Are you asking
Blue
if I'd
Jays,
like
yes,
to? Well,
I'd
I
like
mean,
to.
what is there to say? You got Scherzer for 2 innings. They got crushed by the long ball. And now they've lost Scherzer.
Forearm tinnitus? Tendinitis, not tinnitus.
No.
Tendinitis for Scherzer.
Tinnitus is the ear.
That's the one, yeah.
Yes.
And I'd rather for a pitcher have something with the ear maybe as opposed to the arm, correct? Like if you had to pick one. But nevertheless, Max Scherzer exiting yesterday's 14-2 loss. 2 innings with right forearm tendinitis. John Schneider did speak.
As he should.
He's fairly confident. He said Scherzer will take the mound on the next turn through the rotation. So he's an old stallion, an old Clydesdale.
41 years old.
Yep. And we'll see about that. But again, Ponce, Kirk, Savage, Bieber, Barrios, Garcia, Francis, Santander all on the sidelines. Barger as well didn't start yesterday after being diagnosed with bilateral ankle discomfort.
Say what?
Where are these names coming from?
what I've got.
Bilateral and tendinitis.
You don't get those in hockey. He'd be playing, right?
Yes, he would. Here we go.
So the Jays now fall to 4-6, dropping the opener in as you mentioned, the long ball, 5 home runs, I think, from the Dodgers there in your highly anticipated World Series rematch. Game 2 will go later tonight, 5:07
Shohei on the mound? Or is that, does he get the third start?
I'm just going to bring up the
has
pitching
a
matchup
third
tonight.
start.
He's got the afternoon game.
Where are we here? Tuesday, Jays. Kevin Gausman against Yamamoto. So great matchup on the rubber tonight. We'll see if the Jays can get that split here and play for the rubber match.
Get one win.
You want one. That's what we
one.
said yesterday,
Yes,
right?
we
1
did.
and
We
2.
did say
Yes.
this.
Yeah,
Yes.
1 and 2 out of this.
So Gausman on the bump, the healthy, and he's had a good campaign thus far, I think, all things considered. So that's later tonight, Jays, Dodgers. Once again, I know we're not going to... I did tease going into wild card stats here, but they are 1 game back of a wild card position this morning, as are the Orioles at 4 and 6, and the Rays now 5 and 5. Yankees sit perched atop the AL East with a 7 and 2 record, and the Red Sox 2 and 8. So they're not out of it yet, but a minus 20 run differential sure doesn't look too tidy.
Over to you, Ross Atkins.
Over to you. When is the statue?
over to you,
Have we
Ross.
started yet with the?
You're sitting on your hands again, are you, Ross?
No.
Let's start thinking about
The tide will
the
turn.
future.
The tide will turn again. Hey.
Yeah.
And the Michigan Wolverines capturing your March Madness college basketball. It's one of those things where if you Google it this morning, the fireworks come up on the page and it looks all great. 69-63, Michigan defeating UConn in your. How's your bracket doing? Who had Michigan out there?
Lots of people.
A humble brag. Yeah, they were one of
Lots
those.
of people
They
did.
were one of those heavy ones that you could see. So that's kind of how the tournament is these days. Not a lot of Cinderella story. Although you could argue, I guess UConn was a bit of one, but they've been good the past couple of years in advancing far in this tournament. Anything else you'd like to get to, Dave?
No.
I mean, I know March Madness.
No, absolutely not.
You're done. Hey.
No, I think you've kind of skipped across the surface of the entire sports landscape.
The Masters, we will slowly ease into like an old man getting into a bath, a hot bath, a warm bath, I guess you would say. No Tiger, that's official, right? We'll keep him in our
for
thoughts.
now.
Yeah.
He's got other things.
When does the talk start again about his return?
Could it
It'll
be the comeback?
We will have another comeback talk, I'm sure, in the not too distant future. But Masters Week, always fun. I know Huss will be giddy with that on the lock shop. I do believe Matt Iwanek is with him today, but we'll go over those Masters menus and all that, and the
Like we've never done it before.
no, it's a tradition
know.
unlike any other,
Like
Dave,
in-
and you
yes.
got to get into it. So,
Yeah.
And I told you too, like it sets up well this weekend. I don't have there's no visitors coming to town. There's no. I know Jasmine's birthday, I do believe, is Saturday night. Which
Oh,
I
wow.
kind of got
And what are the plans? I can't
wrangled
wait
into.
to hear.
I don't know, some event on the south. She usually celebrates. It takes about a month to celebrate the birthday, so this is just one of the parties that you. But Saturday night might kind of put on a tie.
Is this, if I may ask, and I know it's impolite for a man to ask a woman's age, but is this an important birthday?
I do believe. I do believe.
it's
I got
a
it. I
turning
got
of
it
the
out of her
decade?
on last Thursday at Vera
Okay.
Montenegro's going away. So
Yeah,
it's
okay. Fair
if
enough.
you add. No, I shouldn't say it.
Don't.
I shouldn't say it on. It's not my. It's not
Nothing
my tale
good.
to tell.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Nope. So you leave it alone.
I will leave that alone. If you want to know Jasmine's age, ask her. I'm sure she'll tell you.
Sure.
But yeah, Masters Week, Oilers, Mammoth, Jays, Dodgers. It's all happening here, and we welcome you in on another thrilling installment of the Nielson Show. Sans Dustin Nielson, Dave Jameson in for him. We'll get to a sports update here with YouTube Trev, which is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet?
Yes. Now that you ask.
Visit them in store, 10707 184th Street here on the West End, or online, paramountflooring.ca. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell a friend. We're back on the radio, FM dial this time. We'll take a quick traffic break with Pauline Higgins and be back. If you are watching on YouTube this morning as well, hammer that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We are looking for subs, and we're looking for thumbs. Thumbs and subs. Oh, outstanding pace, 53 thumbs already. Love it. Let's change 100 by the time the hour's out. Trev's got the update. We'll be back in a couple minutes. It's the Nielsen Show, brought to you by Weiss Johnson, here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta.
4 games on tap last night in the NHL. The Buffalo Sabres double up on the Lightning 4-2. The Jets keep their playoff hopes alive with the 6-2 win over the Kraken. The Sharks claw back in a 3-2 win over the Blackhawks, and the Kings knock out the Predators in the final wildcard spot, edging them 3-2 in a shootout. The Oilers get their final road trip of the season underway tonight in Utah, facing the Mammoth. The Oil will be without Zach Hyman for the second straight game. Be sure to tune into the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tom Gazzola and Benny Thompson. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 with puck drop at 7:30. 10 other games on tap tonight. The Flames in the Big D taking on the Stars. The Senators play host to the Lightning. The Habs battle it out with the Panthers. And the Golden Knights look for 4 straight against the Canucks. In the WHL, the Oil Kings season has come to an end as the Blades get the job done 3-2 in overtime. The Blades move on to play the Raiders in round 2. In the majors, it was a World Series rematch last night that saw the Blue Jays get smacked by the Dodgers 14-2. Max Scherzer came out early in last night's game with forearm tendonitis, but is expected to make his next start. The Jays are right back at it today. Kevin Gausman gets to start. First pitch at 5:07. And in the association, just 5 games from last night, Nikola Jokic was lights out for Denver, shooting 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists in a 137-132 win over the Trailblazers. And the Spurs are back in the win column, downing the 76ers 115-102. 10 games in the association tonight, including the Raptors taking on the Heat. Tip-off at 5:30. And sticking in basketball, Michigan is your NCAA basketball champions after defeating UConn 69-63. This is Michigan's first men's basketball national title since 1989. The Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at paramountflooring.ca. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date. Mics are on, Lieutenant Eric.
All right, Hour 1 of the Nielson Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Should mention Hour 1 is brought to you by, as well, eWill, your power play specialists.
Yes.
eWill has the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. Plus, you can order online anytime at ewel.ca. Your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. As you heard in the sports update with YouTube Trev for Paramount Flooring, we will have a GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show tonight with Tom Gazzola beginning at 6:30. Puck drop 7:30 between the Oilers and Mammoth. Hangout still to come, 9 to 11. Lock shop today. I do believe Maddie's in for that, 11 to noon. You've then got 2 guys and a goalie from noon to 1. EST afternoons 1 to 3. and the Reed Wilkins Show taking you up with Jay Milne 3 to 6. So a full slate of sports talk today. If you are listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning and you want more, just switch on over to EST, iHeart, TuneIn Radio app, and of course on YouTube where the Nasty Chat's humming. Trev, you do have to police the Nasty Chat. Everything's going off well in there. Hey, I saw you were conversing with a few people here.
I'm not in
everything's
the
great.
Nasty Chat. What's
Nasties
happening?
are having a grand old time.
You have no access.
Okay. I have no access.
Yeah, everything's going good. Everything's great. I just got a recommendation.
Let's give us a sense. Give the listeners.
Yeah, at
can't see
JL
this, a
Yeg.
sense.
What do you recommend getting at L Furniture Warehouse, YTT? So I just chimed in there and I told them what I get.
Sure. We were there for
We were
Edmonton
there.
Dining Week.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, we had a hell of a time.
It was a lot of fun.
And you can, it is the Nasty Chat, so have at her. I mean, if you want to, I think I have a pretty good filter. I
nasty.
don't read, if you text in a swear, I won't read the swear on air.
Sure.
But if you want to get a little colored, a little animated, both in the Nasty Chat or the Paris Jewelers inbox, I mean, you do you. It's up to me and us.
Why would someone
to
swear
not,
in the Nasty Chat?
Well, because sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and sometimes
okay.
people use swear words in their vernacular to kind of express,
yes.
I
Vernacular.
swear like a sailor when I'm not on air. I think a lot of people, like I do.
Oh, do you?
It's a
Okay.
bad
We
habit.
we all do.
Well, but not some more than others.
I know some people that are pretty good at pumping
Sometimes
the
you
brakes.
don't. Less is more, though.
Less is more.
Absolutely.
Like you bring out the F word or whatever at
It's
certain
like
times.
a pitch
where you,
count in baseball.
yeah, you don't want to.
You got a limit, stay within it,
Yeah.
and the more you use it,
It
reduces its effectiveness.
Yeah, it loses the cachet.
It's like a
Yes.
coach yelling at your team,
yeah.
right? That's
Exactly.
good. Thank you.
Yes.
I came up with that.
Bruce Cassidy, out.
Yeah.
Torts, you yell at them.
Yeah, we need a new voice.
Yeah.
Bruins fan Chris out. Apparently, yes.
Done. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the backstory, so
I don't really either, but I mean,
Come
if
on,
you want
Bruins
to
fan.
swear in the Paris Jewelers, you go ahead. It's my job to not read them. I mean,
We still got him. Let's go, Bruins fan, Chris. Let's go.
okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, like I'm just saying, if you have okay. Well, we're gonna move on from this, but you do whatever you want. It's your phone. You text whatever you want. Nolan from St. Albert in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Love waking up to a bunch of snow in April. I hope we're turning the corner here, boys. This winter has been annoying. You know what? I'm going to disagree
It's been
with
a
you
tough
here.
one.
I'm going to effing disagree with you here, Nolan from
What
St.
the
Albert.
F?
why?
Yesterday was the worst. You had no snow, no. Now, if you're getting spring showers, I think we'll all take spring rain. That's
Yeah,
fine. It
that's
washes
fair.
it
It's
out.
cleansing.
But at this point in time, if I'm not getting rain, I don't mind a little snow. It'll melt in 12 hours if the temperature. It gets that. It keeps that dust down. Yesterday was horrific.
Well,
Now, as a guy
horrific
that's-
might be an overstatement.
No, it's
but
not.
yeah.
It's effing
Okay.
horrific.
Okay.
I was walking, the wind, the dust, it gets in your teeth, it's blowing around. It's disgusting. A little bit of fresh powder. It's not freezing up. It's not like it'll be gone. It just keeps the dust
No, but
down.
Eric, I think where the texture is going, it's snow again.
It's the mental.
Yes.
Yeah, I
and there is
understand
a
that.
fatigue that is set in.
Yes.
Here.
But what you have to know is that as he also mentioned, we are turning the corner. It's like 13
But we're
on
not
Friday.
sure what's around the corner.
Hey, we're not even close to May long. And you know what that's brought some years? Oh, I'm going to go camping. And then it snows. It's happened to everybody. You don't do anything May. May long is the best long weekend.
Pitch
You
a
just
tent.
How
stay
long
at
has that
home
been
and-
a thing? Like, yeah, because I grew up, my parents said the same thing to me when I was, younger.
What? That,
Like when
What's
I was
that?
getting ready to
not-
camp.
don't
yeah,
go
like
up.
in grade 12, it was the grad camp out. My grad class, we went and camped May long. It was awesome. But they're like, all the teachers and parents are like, don't. That's not smart. It's
No.
It'll backfire.
Yeah, it
Someone
usually
will
does.
get hurt.
You have a 50-50 chance.
Someone
We were
will get hurt.
miserable.
Yeah.
Yes.
It snowed like over a foot, and we're
Well,
just
yeah.
like one little flame going. This is great.
Yeah.
No, May long is the best long weekend to just not do it. Take care of wherever you're at. You
Paperwork.
Get yourself,
Tie to your
Why is
desk.
that?
Tidy-
Is that just
Tie to
weird
your
timing?
desk. Yes.
That weird timing? Just a coincidence? We'll have to get Clausen on that.
Well, don't get
No,
me started on
don't
Clausen.
bother him.
I took him aside a couple weeks ago. I said, Josh, are we done? He goes, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well,
And,
sure.
and yeah, look at it now. So, Okay. Dusty really wanted to come in the last 2 days, Colin the Amishman says, but he made the mistake of asking Dom if it was okay. Now he's off with Hernan.
Oh, I
That's
get
a pretty
that.
good
Now
text.
I
That's a
understand.
pretty good text, Colin the Amishman. Could go into text of the day for Royal Pizza. Horse Eyes also texts in.
Eyes.
Yukon, more like you can't. In relation to, you get it?
I got
You
it.
get what he's putting down there? Horse Eye is always good with his words. And no swearing either. Now everybody's swearing in the Paris Jewelers inbox.
Yeah.
Kind of love to see it here. Bruins fan Chris says, I'm a tradesman. Swearing is part of my everyday language. I understand that.
I'm not opposed at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to sanitize anybody.
For a teacher, it would.
But-
So we all have different, Unfortunately, it's not a part of our everyday language.
A well-placed
Yes.
swear can be spectacular.
But there it's just regular.
Yeah, I understand. It's
Good
part of the,
effing morning to you.
It's part of the discourse.
Part of the discourse.
Yes.
Exactly. Let's get fired up here for Gemco Fireplace. If you're not already with some of the texts and the situation this morning. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. Gemco Fireplaces have been proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years. They are the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning. Look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. I know what I'm fired up about. If you want to get fired up about something totally different,
Okay.
please share.
Yeah.
Trev, you as well. Or listening or watching this morning. YouTube, get it in the nasty chat, or Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999. I'm fired up about the Masters, Dave. I'm not a golf guy.
Well,
I don't golf. I don't own a pair of sticks. I don't own I don't own anything when it comes to golf equipment.
I used to golf.
My
Not
wife
well,
did too.
but-
No, yeah, but,
yeah, but,
as it's
you
just
know,
a
just
hobby. You
respectfully,
just
yeah,
went out
but-
there and
I have full respect.
they say too it's good for business because that's when you
Yeah, it
cut
can be.
deals right on the
Sure.
course or whatever. EST Golf Classic, the next major for Edmonton Sports Talk. That's July 8th.
Sure.
Out at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. So I know Matt's already begun his preparation and work for that. One of the more fun events on the EST calendar. But as a guy who doesn't golf and as a guy who playing it as a hobby, I'd rather be biking. I'd rather be in the river valley. I'd rather do other things outside than pay a lot of money to. And we got a lot of great sponsors in relation to golf. But it's just not my cup of tea. But watching golf, I don't mind.
love it.
Especially the majors, but especially this one. And I know it's not a hot take. Everybody loves. Is there anybody out there that hates the Masters? Probably not. But today's Tuesday, and you're getting into the swing of the week. Now, usually most of the tournaments, you start Thursday's opening round,
It's a
Wednesday
ramping
people arrive.
up. it's you don't want to just sort of slam it on people. You build.
Right, but
build,
TSN's got their little things at the top of their website.
Yes.
The Masters is already up there. You've
Yes.
got Monday at the Masters, Bryson DeChambeau skipping a ball over the water. Just having fun. People are out there, setting things up, and he's out there. So who do you got? Favorites, contenders? Who do you want to see? Of course, we all know no Tiger Woods. That's kind of goes beyond that. But no, I'm excited for the pomp and the pageantry, the Masters meals, the low talking, the quiet talking, the trees, the Jim. Is Jim Nance still doing it?
Yes, of course.
He better damn well
you'll
better
know when Jim Nance
damn well
is it.
better be that effing pro.
And then Mike Tirico will take over.
Yes. So no, I'm just fired up, and I mentioned too, I got nothing going on this weekend outside of Jasmine's birthday party Saturday night, which I will make an appearance at, but probably not stay too long. It's a pleasant weekend. Now, some might argue that it's better on the Easter weekend some years, right? You've had that type
we
of
have.
thing where
Yeah.
you've had those two things intersect. Watching it, I guess, with more family. But no, I'm just in general fired up that it's Masters week and the talk to come. Not a golf guy. I don't follow the tour.
It also signals a change in the seasons.
It should. Yeah.
It should, except
should.
in Edmonton.
Yes.
And because of all those things you talked about, the visual delight of what it is.
The picture.
And it's not, to my knowledge, any AI. That is all actually real in Augusta.
Unlike the Artemis mission.
Okay, here we go again. You
you're-
still doubt that?
Well, you're fired up for that too. Hey, you're
Wouldn't
still
be- that's
watching
what
the
I'm-
live.
that's
They
what I'm fired up for.
They went offline for what, 40 minutes,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So, like, we haven't gone offline for 40 minutes? Yeah, we're just doing sports talk.
A couple of
Yes.
times, I think it's happened. A
Yes.
few hiccups in our provider, but
Sure.
No, I'm firmly in. But again, I'm not a golf guy, so I mean, golf people out there. I mean, this has got to be. This is.
Well,
I mean,
this is their
this is their mecca.
hallowed
This
ground.
is it. Yeah.
in tennis. It would be Wimbledon. It's
Yes,
the,
and that's-
it's the,
that's
tennis
your-
equivalent.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also? Is there something else you would like to be fired up about? I know you can also be in a negative fashion, given the conditions outside. Does that bother you so much?
No, I don't let
The
the,
weather,
I mean,
no.
I'll let it temporarily derail me, and then I get right back to it. You know what I'm fired up for? Oilers and Mammoth. I mean, how do you not get excited about a game that has these sorts of implications? If you haven't checked, Eric, the Pacific Division is kind of in play.
Oilers looking for
Yes.
the season sweep. This will be Game 3. They won back in October 6-3 and just recently 5-2
Bitter rivals.
in Utah. This will be also played in Utah. And yeah, and a potential first-round matchup here on the line. So this has got you fired up. This is more
yes.
so outside of playing the Kraken or the Blackhawks. And obviously coming off Saturday's loss to the Golden Knights. They're
Which
looking,
was definitive.
yeah, but
You know, I mean, let's not skip past the fact that they got trucked at home by a Golden Knights team that, yes, I know they're still huffing the fumes.
no Draisaitl, no
Tortorella.
Hyman.
No excuses this time of year, my friend. What are we told?
Reasons, not excuses.
Okay, better.
Chris Knobloch confirming Leon Draisaitl hasn't skated yet, but he's expected to get back on the ice this week as well. Just going over lines from yesterday's practice, you had McDavid between Podkolzin and Savoy, RNH centering Roslovic Kapanen. Doc back in. He flanks Dickinson.
God, how long has it been since Doc was in the lineup?
Pretty much since he got acquired almost. It was what, a
Close
game
to
or
3
two?
weeks, yeah.
Dickinson,
3
Doc,
weeks,
and
Maybe
Frederick.
even a month, right around the deadline. Like he played 2-3 games, I believe.
God, I can't even remember kind of what his game is.
He's a banger.
He's kind of like Max Jones.
He's a hitter.
but younger.
Okay, we'll take that.
They're getting tougher, Dave.
Yeah.
Dickinson, Doc, Frederick, Henrique, Jones, Lazar, and then Szymanski, Michaels, your other forwards. Ekholm, Bush, Nurse, Murphy, Woolman, Emberson, and Stasny. And I think, was Jari getting reps yesterday? I don't know. Trev, I ask you, given those lines and pairings there, and the goaltending, I mean, does Jari get the start tonight? It is the first of a back-to-back.
It is.
You are playing
Yes.
the Sharks tomorrow, which I know the Sharks maybe aren't in close contention with the Oilers, but it is a divisional game. This, obviously could be a opening round playoff matchup.
Yes. It's interesting. I would probably go with do you want your best goalie?
So they last played Saturday night
Yeah.
at home.
Do you
they
want?
flew yesterday.
Yeah. Do you want the best goalie going up against the best team in the back-to-back? Probably. So I'd have Ingram in tonight and then have Jari for tomorrow against the Sharks. Obviously no Hyman. You got big shoes to fill there. So I guarantee the lines are going to be their mix and match. Like they didn't really find any success with these lines, and it was right around the second period, halfway through. Roslovic was on McDavid's line with Savoy. So,
Which is what we've come to expect. I
yeah,
mean, you see, they're always in
and
pencil.
it was good before Hyman left because it was the new Roslovic Hyman line, and then you had Podkolzin, Savoy, and McDavid. Like that top six was cemented for 5 games. I'd say when they were on that win streak, but obviously Hyman's out. There's going to be some tinkering to do. You got a fast, young, exciting, energetic, Mammoth.
Yeah.
Mammoth.
Yes.
So yeah, it's going to be a good one, but yeah, I feel like the line's nothing set in stone. Knobloch's gonna
Nor
be-
should it be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you'd like it to be, as we're this close to the postseason, but still.
Knobloch said Hyman, I think, is going to play 1, if not 2 games before the end of the season. This week he is out and not playing, so you won't see him for this trip. But obviously, I mean, we we kind of go between the load management or the.
And did Knobloch not, maybe inadvertently, although I can't imagine when something is this serious as Draisaitl's return that it was inadvertent. Did he not say, at least open the door that it could be later, his return?
Knobloch, when he's talked about injuries this season, you always have to add a little more.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, he undersells.
So if it's day-to-day, it's much
Or
like Dustin Nielsen here, where he's going to be back next week, and then we should probably add on like another week. And I say that with respect, but
Yes.
whenever he's talked about injuries, it's usually a little more than what he's said. You can always kind of
Which
add
is
on a
fair
little
and
bit.
not
Yeah.
unique to him.
No.
You know?
So
And it was interesting to hear Drager yesterday because he was the first person that kind of came out and said, "No, I wouldn't expect him to be back for game one." Like I'd expect
game one,
him.
yeah, not even the final two to get him up to speed. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Again, as YouTube Trev coined earlier in this run here, no Leon, no problem, but no Leon, no Zach.
That's
A bit of a problem. And it is funny that you take Leon out of the lineup, and we've talked about forcing the coach's hand and maybe getting a lineup that's a little more, how shall we say, expectation for more and people step up.
I have a word for it. It's diverse.
Diverse, thank you.
It's a more, or diffuse, maybe that's the word, where for obvious reasons, you better start getting results and from places that, prior to, the departure of Draisaitl, you weren't getting much. So it is step-up time. It is Max Jones chipping in. It is...
But it is funny how you go from, again, and I'm not saying it's a positive that Draisaitl's out.
No,
but it is kind of a funny conversation you can have that whenever one of him or McDavid go, you always have one of them. If one's out, you have the one. So it goes from kind of that low-key positive. No, I'm not saying it's a positive Draisaitl's, but when he's out, you get that contribution. But then you add Hyman to it, and he just totally takes a totally opposite.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that's to be expected, though, right? Like,
Absolutely.
I feel like for any team, you're taking out one guy. Okay, that's good, but like,
Well, and also the kind of player that Zach Hyman is.
yeah, exactly.
Because
Production aside,
he's a high-producing player offensively, but he's also a chase and he's a puck retriever.
Yes.
He
And an
goes
example
and
of-
gets you and that is unique.
Yeah.
Just a few texts here in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. And we are fired up both for the Masters and, as Dave correctly points out, game day Oilers and Mammoth tonight.
Yes.
Scuba Steve, golf is now my number one sport. The Masters is our mecca. Number one sport.
Nice.
Fair. And he's not alone.
Hot take in the market. No,
Yes,
but
it
I
is.
get, well,
Well, this is
It's not one of the big four, Dave.
This, but this city, northern Alberta, the province of Alberta, very, 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 very golf heavy
right. But I'm just,
in this country.
in terms of sports watching and digesting, watching like golf that's his number one. Like it's not even just participating.
Sure.
Another year of Dusty's load management. What's the problem this
whoa.
year? Infected hangnail, attaboy Stan says. Yaha. It is not that, I'll confirm. Vance Van Vandervan, unlike the St. Albert RCMP and distracted driving, Dusty does not take attendance very seriously. It's a pretty good
Okay.
text. You heard about that little story a few...
Remind me, I've heard a lot since I've come back to EST.
Well, Dusty got a phone ticket.
Oh, one of those, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vance Van Vandervan. It's
You're
a
going
good
to rack
text.
that?
I'm racking
Okay.
that. Vance
That's a good
Van
one.
Vandervan. Brandon from Windsor says, hot take.
Hello.
Doc has worked since Dusty has worked. LOL. Rod Z, par 3 on Wednesday is fun at the Masters. I'm fired up too. See, that's what I'm talking about. Not the tournament outright, but all
No,
these
but it's
little other
those
carnival
peripheral-
games that
yeah.
go around in it. Like, I want to see them play like a hide and seek on Tuesdays. You get all the golfers there, and you just run around the course and
Chip the ball into the
kick
alligator's
the can.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a real
Okay.
a pitch and putt, a full 18, and they set
Yeah.
up a little something like that. What else could we add to the Masters to make it even more fun than it is? Tubesock says swearing is part of your daily regular vernacular. Sure, they just slip out and you don't even think about it. But to take the time to type out the swear, that's too much thought going into it. That's a fair point. Maybe it's voice to text.
Oh, that.
Bruins fan Chris. Maybe he's just
Voigt.
John Voigt to text.
John
Yes.
Voigt to text, yes.
Yeah. Ian says, my birthday is May 16th. I never plan anything outside till a week before. It always backfires. Yeah, you think, I mean, it is April 7th, but May can be a complete wild card. There's we're not on the beach getting a golden tan by then. We could be, but we could not be.
SPF 50.
SPF 50.
Yes.
All right. Your text welcome. 780-218-9999. I've got 3 from the opening hour, which is great. Looking to take home that Royal Pizza text of the day. So keep up the good work. Swear if you must, but you don't have to, but you can. I don't care.
Because
it's my job not to read them.
As
you
humanly possible.
do your worst.
Yes.
I've seen it all. Nothing's going to shock me. Or in the nasty chat as well. I mean, that's why they call it the nasty chat, right? I think that's kind of what it, that's where the name kind of derived the name from.
Is
there.
that where
Yes.
it came from?
You can do whatever you want there.
Be
Within
nasty.
reason. I mean,
Be
we
nasty.
can block you and ban you, but
Yeah. As long as
Depending
you're not swearing at me,
yeah,
I don't care.
conversational swearing is fine.
Yeah.
But you've never sworn into a hot mic. Like whenever this is in front of my,
was gonna ask
it's
that.
funny how I can turn it on and off like a switch, but it's
no. I've not sworn into a microphone, and God knows I've been given enough opportunities to do it.
Right.
You know, working overnight.
Did you not on the Hangout? Did you?
Oh,
Well, that's a fireside
Okay,
chat.
that counts, right? Or does that count? Not really.
That's the late show at the comedy club.
That's like after the
That's
Masters when
me.
you're in the,
Like,
the
yeah.
cabin. You know, you
Exactly.
Kinda,
Yeah, he's
yes,
like, why
I've
doesn't it
sworn.
count? Why does my show count?
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
There's no decorum.
It's not
in
a
a
show.
hangout.
It's a fireside chat.
Right.
You need to open the phone lines in there. That's the place to do it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really the radio equivalent of mud wrestling.
I think I have dropped a
That's in
few
there.
actually swears in there because you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
I get so caught up in the whole back and forth in the hangout that I just go,
It's
whoa,
just zipping. You were.
I can't. Yeah.
Craig Button on the way to get hour 2 started here in a couple of minutes. He is your GS Construction Hockey Insider and Analyst this morning. Be nice to catch you back up with Craig here. Play Alberta Early Bird coming up as well. Weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental. Get your confessions in 780-218-9999. And we will get to some confessions. I got it's an innocent one. It's actually a confession today that I'm going to confess to, and then I'm going to exercise that confession tomorrow on the show. And maybe that'll lead into free advice for Damon Bunting based on how this
I
goes.
want to track this. Confession.
I'm going to confess to something I've never done before that I plan on doing tomorrow.
Is the
I will do it.
reveal.
Yeah, I will do it.
Got it.
In studio. And nothing to do with swearing. SBK says you also dropped the F-bomb during Bad Santa draft.
Oh, my.
Me? Were you in the set? Is he talking to you?
No,
It must have been
no.
me then. You weren't in the Bad Santa
No,
draft.
I can't
you know?
imagine
I
was.
cussed once. That was it.
Yeah.
I was when I was still
it's-
training
Well,
here.
it was Christmas time.
I was in
I
one
didn't,
of
know,
those
I didn't know we
drafts.
were live.
You were in a draft?
I was in a draft. It was for food court. Build out a perfect
You were in the food court draft.
one.
That was with your Remchuk.
Yes.
Yes. And he took the clean washrooms or whatever. He traded up to.
Right.
Yeah, that was
He moved up. It was like
highly controversial.
Pete Chiarelli. If you were in a food court draft with Pete Chiarelli, it was an odd move.
Comparing your Remchuk to Shirley.
Yes.
He'll be loving that.
Well-
I'll send him the audio.
Yep.
Yeah, hour 2 on the way. Should be good. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen, who is off today and tomorrow here on the Nielsen Show. It's brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Check them out today. Any AC, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, all that good stuff. You get 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Plus, you can get a new Train furnace now and get 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time. Weiss-Johnson.com, where you can book an estimate today. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, a quick traffic break with the wonderful Pauline Higgins. And we'll be back. YouTube Trev's got a sports update. We want to let you know around this sports update as well. Trev is going to be experiencing the best weekend of his lifetime later this summer. It'll be the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Chicago White Sox down in the T-Dot, July 17th to 19th. Now, this puppy is filled up. We've sold out of the packages, courtesy Chelsea LaBelle and Expedia Cruises. But always good to get on a waiting list, Dave. You can't get in if you're not on the list. You can't get in if you don't hold some sort of a spot. So
Can't win if you don't get in.
if you are looking to get on this trip, no guarantees, but Text or call Chelsea, 780-970-4834. That's Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises. Say, hey, you got any more tickets and rooms for this trip? I'm very interested. 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Start with the tough one at Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oil Kings saw their season come to a heartbreaking end last night in Game 7. It was a 3-2 overtime thriller that saw the Blades punch their ticket to the second round. The Blades will now move on to face the Raiders. Around the NHL last night, Winnipeg kept their playoff hopes alive with a dominant 6-2 win over Seattle. LA knocked the Predators out of a wild card spot with a 3-2 shootout victory. And then Buffalo doubled up on the Bolts 4-2 while the Sharks edged the Blackhawks 3-2. Over to tonight where the Oilers officially kick off their final road trip of the regular season as they roll into Salt Lake City to face the Mammoth. The Oil will be shorthanded again as Zach Hyman remains out of the lineup for a second straight game. Be sure to catch the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tom Gazzola and Benny Thompson. Coverage starts at 6:30 with puck drop at 7:30. On the diamond, it was a World Series rematch to forget for the Blue Jays, getting thumped 14-2 by the Dodgers. Max Scherzer exited early with the forearm tendonitis. However, Snyder is confident he'll make his next start. The Jays are right back at it today. Kevin Gausman takes the mound with first pitch at 5:07. In the association, Nikola Jokic was an absolute monster for Denver, dropping 35 points, 14 boards, and 13 assists in a wild 137-132 win over the Blazers. And San Antonio handled the Sixers 115-102 tonight. 10 games on tap, including the Raptors in Miami to take on the Heat. Tip-off at 5:30. Finally, we have a new king in college basketball for the first time since 1989. The Michigan Wolverines are national champions. They take down the Yukon Huskies 69-63 last night to secure their first title in over 3 decades. The Sports Update is brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Join YouTube Trev for the best trip of his life. A weekend of Blue Jays baseball in Toronto, July 17th to 19th, 2026. Contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to join Trev in Toronto. Call or text 780-970-4834. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
Schmitty's simply on fire, playing insane. Gotta admire how he loves to beat the Flames, and when he's in the net, no complaints. Has the desire to win every game, even though you know he will drop gloves and go. Gonna steal the show with that sick flow. In spite of his age, he can still make a save in the cage. In spite of his age, he can still make a save in a cage. Then someone will say, I can't believe how well he is played. In spite of his age, he can still make a save in a cage. He hasn't faded, nothing but sensational. Oil fans elated, 'cause Mike's incredible. And what does he want? Wants a big prize. And what has he got? That look in his eyes. Even though you know he'll drop the gloves and go, he's gonna steal the show with that sick flow.
right, 7:08, a bit of a throwback there. Save in the Cage, the Mike Smith shutout song from days back. Of course, Nielson Show original songs brought to you by Sportball. You can check them out today at sportball.com. Use the code EST15 for 15% off select classes. Spring is the perfect time for kids to get active, whether it's soccer, baseball, basketball, football, more. They focus on fun first, no pressure, just playing and learning. Sportball.com, code EST15, and you get 15% off select classes. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen once again. Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev with you. We're coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio as the Nielsen Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Check them out today at weiss-johnson.com. We'll have your Play Alberta Early Bird coming up later this hour as well. Play Alberta, proud sponsors of Edmonton Sports Talk. But let's get into our first guest of the day right now, and he's joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. 15 Firehouse Subs locations in and around the Edmonton area. Hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. It's Craig Button, our GS Construction hockey insider and analyst this morning. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities. And once again, they are hiring now. They're looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca and click on careers to find out more. So you bring in Craig Button today, a decorated Craig Button wearing the big golden, the maize and blue, Michigan Wolverines. Congratulations, Craig. You've got the one out of the 2 chips that you're looking for here. You the ice hockey to come, but winning it on the court last night. What were you doing? Your thoughts?
I was watching the game. Right start to finish. And it was interesting because we moved to Michigan in 1988. And we lived in Ann Arbor for 12 years. So we moved there in 1988, and they won in 89. I'll never forget it. When Bill Frieder, he was the head coach of the Wolverines basketball team, and he was taking a job in Arizona. Bo Schembechler, who was the athletic director at the time, stood up and he said, "A Michigan man will coach Michigan. Bill Frieder can leave right now." Steve Fisher took over, and that team won the national championship. The last national championship was there for the Fab Five. People remember the Fab Five. They lost in consecutive back-to-back national championships. And they were all in attendance, the Fab Five. And it was a pretty special time back then. And certainly this team did something that was pretty impressive. 5 games prior to the championship game with 90 or more points. And give Connecticut a lot of credit. They played them hard. But Michigan also said, okay, we're going to have to play a little bit of defense. It's always a good day to be a Wolverine. Today's just a little bit of a better day.
And Thursday, Michigan taking on Denver in the Frozen Four as well. So good luck to you. I did have the Wolverines coming out of my bracket as champions. So I just want to say there's a bit of I was pulling for you the whole way, and it paid off here.
Yeah. I could feel the pull. It's a force field that you have there, Eric.
Well, it's something. It's something. Just be glad you're not in the studio with me today, as I did have a bit of an incident earlier. But anyways, let's get to the hockey.
Zach Hyman's happy, I'll tell you. Zach Hyman, a Michigan man. Zach Hyman. He's man.
That's where I wanted to go here, too, is Zach Hyman. I mean, we talked about Leon Draisaitl being out of this Oilers lineup as maybe again, not a positive, but it does require the team as a whole to kind of pick up and produce in certain areas. But now you got Draisaitl and now Zach Hyman out. And we saw a bit of that Saturday with the loss to Vegas. It goes without saying, a massive hole with both of those guys and their goal contributions out.
Yes, it is. But the playoffs are a certainty for the Edmonton Oilers. And where they find themselves right now, I think, is in a place of confidence. A place where they feel comfortable with their game going into the playoffs. And you certainly put Saturday aside. I think there's many things that you can look into that game and say, okay, that's why they fell short. But this team has shown they can go on the road. They can go play anybody in the playoffs and win. But what they also know is you need health. And you need everybody to be as healthy as possible. So now's a good time to just settle into that. Make sure everybody's as close to 100% as possible. And then when the playoffs start, you're ready to go. I think that in an 82-game schedule and recognizing the demands on the body and what your ultimate goal is, it's not perfect. They have players hurt, don't get me wrong. But for the Edmonton Oilers, nothing to be fussed about. If it was season ending, you go, okay, whoops. And maybe the little bit of news about Leon maybe not coming back for right at the start of the playoffs is a little bit. they can overcome that.
Well, and better to have Zach Hyman missing time now than as opposed to in a final series as we've seen, or whatever. I mean, so.
Bingo. Get them ready. And again, like their first round opponent, in my view, is not going to be a team that you go, oh boy, we not having Leon's going to really put us behind the 8 ball. Listen, you're way better with Leon. I'm not saying that you're not, but I don't think they're in any peril here, knowing that they're going to get the players back and they're going to be closer to 100% than not.
Craig, Vegas and the New York Islanders have fired coaches. They've made changes late in the year, and yesterday the Devils got rid of Tom Fitzgerald. Your thoughts on the Devils first and what they did there and what kind of an impact that can have, because this obviously is a forward-looking move for that organization.
Yeah, it is. It's no question about it, and certainly I think when it comes to a general manager, it becomes a little surprising with games left in the regular season, because now you're left with all the questions. Everybody's got to answer questions. The coach has got to answer questions. What does this mean for you? Whoever the president is has to answer questions. Why not just wait till the end of the year? I think the timing just doesn't serve any purpose. I don't see what it does. And if they're going to try to say, well, we can get in on candidates and everything, yeah, great. The season's over next Thursday. Like, seriously, like, really? Like, I honestly, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is, and now they'll go about their business, and they'll talk about, we wanted to. I mean, I hope whoever does the press conference in New Jersey is a lot better than Keith Pelly's press conference.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's go there. Your thoughts on that, because I found it hilarious.
Yeah, it was. You know what it was? I don't know how long it was. It could have been a Seinfeld episode, because it was a press conference about nothing. That's what it was about, nothing. But at least Seinfeld was funny. Like, we find it hilarious because. Well,
yes, from our point of view.
Did this really happen? Did this really happen? Like, it was hard to believe. What was the one like the verticals weren't horizontally aligned? Like, if this was Kramer, it would be one of.
Well, Craig, you've done more than your share of news conferences. If you're Keith Pelly and you're about to walk up on stage, you'd have to think that he and his team around said, okay, we need to deliver this, and this, these messages. Here are our talking points. Did it feel more ad-libbed than you would think something like that should have been? Because I didn't find a lot of his stuff to be terribly well thought out.
Yeah, I don't like it. Didn't like Keith has been part of the media for a long time. This is not a neophyte here.
Right.
This is somebody that's part of the media. It didn't feel ad-lib to me, Dave. Okay. What it felt like was that I was going to get up there and I was going to speak in a circular fashion. That's what it felt like to me, and it felt purposeful. And like I said, with absolutely nothing being said.
I just thought, pulling away from that, and I told you this a couple of times, bringing up direct rivals in the Sabres and the Habs, and due to their success, how that's an issue for you. I mean,
and that you were caught by surprise.
Like, what should that even matter when you have to take care of your own yard?
Well, it's exactly right. It's the neighbor that's whose house is in disrepair coming and knocking on your door and going, you got a couple weeds in your flower bed. Like, what? Like, do you see your front yard and see all the weeds and your paint chipping off the house? That's what it felt like. And like I said, I don't know what message he was trying to deliver, because there was no message delivered except one of lack of conviction and lack of clarity on what you were trying to do.
I just wanted to get.
Let me just finish real quick. If his goal was to deliver that type of message, consider it a success.
Okay.
Dave mentioned the coaching changes, and I think the message, like, obviously dealing with Vegas, we know they're a good team on paper. A hard hand for another hard hand in Torts, maybe just a different wake-up call with them. But what are your thoughts on the Waugh exit and the DeBoer hire with the Islanders? Because they're certainly not Vegas on paper. They're a point out of a wild card, along with a lot of other teams this morning. So your thoughts on that move as it happened? They were kind of struggling as of late. But is DeBoer a guy, like, for the immediacy and the future, I guess that's kind of the big look here.
If we look at the future of 4 games and the hope of Matthew Darch to try to hope that the change can spur you into the playoffs, I think it's hard after 78 games to make any meaningful change to your team. They've been a woefully inadequate defensive team. If it wasn't for Sorokin, they'd be 15 points out of the playoffs. This would have been long over. Coach and a manager are talking on a regular basis. Managers trying to understand, what are you trying to do to fix the problems? What are the solutions and everything? And I really believe that when Matthew made the change, it was about the future. When I say about the future, I'm talking about seasons ahead. And that, Peter, who's had a great record of working with teams and helping them be really good defensively, was something that Matthew identified. And I think he wanted to jump ahead on it. He didn't want to wait to perhaps not have a coach that was going to be highly sought after. And let me be clear, too, about highly sought after. Limited options for Peter. There wasn't going to be a lot of what I call appealing options. Yeah, you can go to bad teams. I don't think Peter was after that. But there wasn't many appealing options for Peter DeBoer, and I think that's why when he looked at the goaltender, Matthew Schaefer, some decent forwards, he said, okay, I can do this. But I think that Matthew Darch also looked at it as well as an opportunity to set to put a coach in place that would help his team be a lot better defensively.
Craig, I'm giving you maximum allowable power to reshape the Vancouver Canucks. Where do you start? Because they are in a place that, even by Canuck standards, and they've had some tough years in the history of that franchise, but this is almost virgin territory for them, just how bad it's become there. Where would you begin?
Well, okay, so look, Dave, it's a good question, and I think looking at the team, I think they have 5 defensemen that are really good. Well, when you start with a foundation with Philip Hronek, the 2 Petterssons, you got Zeev Buium, and you got Tommy Wielander. That's a darn good start. So you have a nucleus of really good defensemen there. Okay, goaltending. We know Thatcher Demko has had injury issues when he's healthy. So you have to understand, okay, do we want to go into a situation again with a goaltender that may not be as available as we need him to be? Availability is a huge thing for goaltenders. You need to be available. And so that would be number one, is the goaltender. I think they have some good forwards. I do. I think the season got derailed, obviously, after Quinn Hughes got traded. It created, but also it created, Marco Rossi is a good, solid, in my view, second-line center. Liam Ogren's a good player. Then you have Besser, who's playing well. You got Braden Coots coming in. You have all these draft picks. I kind of look I look at the Vancouver Canucks right now as I look back at the Colorado Avalanche at the conclusion of the 2016-2017 season. They were terrible.
Yeah.
And then they fell out of the number 1 slot, and they ended up having to fall to 4, and it was catastrophic. So catastrophic, they were able to draft Cale Makar. Jared Bednar came in. He'd been there. I think Adam Foote can learn from this year, just like Jared did. But that set them on a course forward. And I don't see it bare in Vancouver, Dave. I don't see it bare in Vancouver. You have a lot of draft picks. What can you do? Look at what Philadelphia did to get Trevor Zegras. You're going to have to look at some players that may be underperforming other places and think, how can we get those players up your skill level? Trevor Zegras has been a really good player for a Philadelphia Flyers team. So goaltending, try to understand where you need certainty in that position, and then understand that you have some really good things in place. And how can you maneuver to try to get some more skill, higher end skill into your lineup? Some of it's going to come through the draft, but you got to look also with some of those draft picks, what you can do. That's where I'm at. I don't see this. I don't see a team that's like I was asked this, Dave. Who would you rather be, the Vancouver Canucks or the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Vancouver Canucks all day long. Because the Toronto Maple Leafs have Matthews, they have Nylander, Matthew Nice. Okay, so let's give them that. After that, they don't have draft picks. They don't have prospects. No way. I'll jump into the Vancouver situation 100 times out of 100.
Yeah, and that's why that whoever they do or accept that job in Toronto next will be a tough, I mean, maybe a stepping stone in sorts. A real quick one here for you. Patrick Waugh, where do you see him surfacing again?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Ironically, Patrick left the Colorado Avalanche at the beginning of that 2016 season, in August of 2016.
Yeah.
Jared got kind of thrust into a situation, and the season was dismal for Colorado. And then, they stuck with Jared, and we know what Jared has become as a top-notch coach in the league. Patrick went back to the Quebec Remparts, and I thought he really developed his understanding of the younger player. They ended up winning the Memorial Cup in Quebec. I think that Patrick returned to the NHL as somebody that was more connected to the current NHL, to the current player. And I believe that he can be a good coach. I really do believe he can be a good coach. So I think that there will be an opportunity for Patrick, whether that's a year from now, whether that's in the off season. But I really have been impressed with Patrick acknowledging that he needed to be better and then being better. And I think this is just another stepping stone for him to be a good NHL coach, because I think he can be. He's shown at junior level that he's a really good coach. And now he just has to wait, like a lot of coaches in the unemployment line, for when that opportunity and that call comes.
Yeah, and a good character just to watch from afar behind an NHL bench.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for the game. Congratulations once again on last night. Good luck coming up on Thursday, and we'll speak again next week, Craig. Thanks so much.
No team has ever won the NCAA basketball and NCAA hockey in the same season. Michigan has a chance to do that.
Got to start now.
Duke doesn't have a hockey team, so they could never do it.
Fair. Yes.
Just to get that barb in there. I love it. Craig Button, your GS Construction hockey insider and analyst this morning. They are hiring now. They've also been proud to serve our communities. Top men, pipe layers, operators, all that. If you're looking for work, gsconstruction.ca. Click on careers to find out more. And Craig was joining us on our Firehouse Subs hotline. It's the first of a back-to-back for the Oilers, which means, Dave, if they win tonight, they win tomorrow, that unlocks the Firehouse Subs hot streak once again. So you can get that $8.99 medium brisket hat trick at all participating Firehouse Subs. 15 locations in and around Edmonton and the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. Nice to catch up with Craig again.
Do you want to tell the listener or viewer what you're doing with your sandal?
I found my shoe fell off.
Yes, during the interview, which tells me that was a good interview. When you lose articles of clothing, you've thrown yourself into your job.
He rocked my shoes off, Craig.
Yeah,
Button,
he sure did.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting him to go in on Keith Pelly the way he did.
But I'm glad he did, because I did find it,
he's...
unless you're a Leafs fan, I did find it hilariously, and not in a knock joke funny, but it was just like, oh boy. You know me, I'm sick. I like watching that stuff.
Well, I think
more.
There's...
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Oh no, don't wrap this up yet. You're doing great. I want more. That was just, and again, I can't get off the, who cares about the Sabres and the Habs? What difference does that make to how you operate?
Well, look over there and don't look here. Right? Look.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Look at all the other success.
Yes.
How can we compete with that? Let's get to your Play Alberta early bird of the day. Play Alberta, title sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app or playalberta.ca. Hundreds of player props and bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, and the Masters.
Yes.
You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province as well. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Let's go to the Masters. PlayAlberta.ca right now. You click on the golf, click on the Masters tab. You want to hear the winners? You want winners?
I would.
Scotty Scheffler, plus 500. You can get him at that right now.
Mm-hmm.
John Rahm, plus 900. Bryson DeChambeau, Trev's favorite golfer, plus 1,000.
Can't stand him. Rory
McIlroy, plus 1,100. Ludwig Aberg, plus 1,400.
Just for the name, not a lot of Ludwigs.
Xander Schauffele coming in at plus 1,400 as well. Just taking a look, and I'm trying to find where's the Canadian in the field. I kind of got to go down the list, but I mean, we've always liked if a Canadian at least is in contention by the Sunday or hitting the turn Saturday. But that's where you can get looking for winners. Scheffler plus 500, Rahm plus 900, DeChambeau plus 1,000. They've got a lot of other, you can go into top 5 finishes. I know Huss will have more on this with the Lock Shop throughout the week here on Edmonton Sports Talk, 11 to noon. But you got top 5, top 20s, first round leaders, second round, all that good stuff. Top Canadian, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Corey Connors, minus 185 to finish as your top Canadian.
As you would expect.
Nick Taylor, plus 125. And Mike Weir,
hey,
plus 33.
in the green jacket.
You got it. You got it. So go up to Play Alberta. Either you got it. And one of those little refrigerators you have to open with a key. Home Alone 2 at the top.
Oh, yes. Dustin
loves with the thing.
I know.
PlayAlberta.ca or download the app. Make it easy for yourself. Scotty Scheffler, plus 500 to win the Masters. If you're gambling, remember,
play responsibly.
Set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense. Weekly Confessions is coming up. I know Spectrum Rental, brought to you by Spectrum Rental. They are in with their confession. So we will get to that. We'll get to a sports update here shortly with YouTube Trev for our great friends at Park Mazda. If you have any confessions, get them in. Maybe you swear too much. Maybe you don't swear enough. Somebody texting in on unidentified text. What a terrible song in relation to the Mike Smith shutout song we played earlier for Sport Ball. The Kingston Dyke, we called him, Mike Smith.
I pardon?
You didn't. It was a play on the Smashing Pumpkins, right?
Yes, I'm
Despite all my rage. Yeah, you know the Pumpkins.
Yes, I do. Billy
bad.
Corgan.
I know the singing, maybe we didn't get the Bomb Squad singer to hit the notes. He couldn't really get the...
Oh, I follow.
We have better goal songs and goaltender songs. But yeah, I mean, it's part of the collection. So.
God, that's been around so long. It feels just sort of like, at this point, it's like a classic rock song that you've heard so much.
And
you don't hear it.
We haven't spun it so much of late since he's kind of hung him up, but I figured I'd take a walk back
kind of hung him up. Are you saying?
I don't.
You're leaving the door open?
I will never say Mike Smith is done at anything. Jesus.
Fair.
780-218-9999. Get your confessions in Paris Jewelers inbox. Nolan from St. Albert, give me Ludwig Aberg. He's been knocking on the door
Pontus
for a while.
Aberg. Remember Pontus Aberg?
Yeah. How can we forget?
Okay, do I have
Do you want me
this?
to play his song next?
Hold it. Hey, hang on a second there, young man. Was Pontus Aberg the guy who Maddie and I, if I've got it correct, was hockey's most interesting person? He came over from Europe and just kind of showed up at the Devil's office.
Was that Pontus?
I need to go back and fact check that. And then, of course, he ends up in Edmonton, and it was like he was good at hockey.
Yeah.
But it didn't drive him necessarily. It was just like he was dabbling in it.
I don't mind people who take it up as
I kind of like
that's
surfing.
funny. Yeah, I like that.
I play it, and it's fun, and the guys are good.
Yeah.
I like hanging around. We go on trips, nice hotels.
But it's not my...
It's not really my jam.
Yeah.
I'll do the NHL for a little bit, and then I'll maybe move on.
I wish. That's a cool story. If it is Pontus.
I've got to check. You remember the golfer Jose Maria Olazabal?
Olazabal.
Yes.
Yes.
I hit that
Ibiza.
cold. I hit that cold in my early days as a sportscaster. Not a chance. Did it sound like that?
Yeah, and Louis Oosthuizen from golf provides us with
golf will come at
it's a
you.
good balanced worldly diet of names. Yeah.
Olazabal.
I just always liked VJ Singh. It was
Well, sure,
Yeah,
as you should.
well VJ and
Yes.
I don't know, just
Like Rick the Temp. a
favorite
VJ.
favorite golf name. Maybe get those in as well if you want from either past, present, or
Sure.
maybe not so much future. Let's get to a sports update for the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he thinks his name is the best golf name. Yeah. I don't know if Mitch seems like a Masters guy. He'd fit in there good. He cleans up well. He's a good, he's
Sure,
got the
as
suit. He's of
someone
a
in
higher
his business
yeah,
would and
a
should.
silvery spoon type of thing. But check out Mitch today, parkmazda.ca or in Sherwood Park. Trev's got the update. We'll be back. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen as Hour 2 of the Nielsen Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Just 4 games on tap last night in the NHL. The Buffalo Sabres double up on the Lightning 4-2. The Jets keep their playoff hopes alive with a 6-2 win over the Kraken. The Sharks claw back in a 3-2 win over the Blackhawks, and the Kings knock out the Predators in the final wildcard spot after edging them 3-2 in a shootout. The Oilers get their final road trip of the season underway tonight in Utah, facing the Mammoth. The Oil will be without Zach Hyman for the second straight game. Be sure to tune in to the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tom Gazzola and Benny Thompson. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 with puck drop at 7:30. 10 other games on tap tonight. The Flames in the Big D taking on the Stars. The Senators play host to the Lightning. The Habs battle it out with the Panthers. And the Golden Knights look for 4 straight against the Canucks. In the WHL, the Oil Kings season has come to an end as the Blades get the job done 3-2 in overtime. The Blades move on to play the Raiders in round 2. In the majors, there was a World Series rematch last night that saw the Blue Jays get smacked by the Dodgers 14-2. Max Scherzer came out early in last night's game with a forearm tendonitis, but is expected to make his next start. The Jays are right back at it today. Kevin Gausman gets to start first pitch at 5:07. And in the association, just 5 games from last night, Nikola Jokic was lights out for Denver, shooting 35 points, 14 boards, and 13 assists in a 137-132 win over the Trailblazers. And the Spurs are back in the win column, downing the 76ers 115-102. Finally, we have a new king of college basketball. For the first time since 1989, the Michigan Wolverines are national champions. They took down the UConn Huskies 69-63 last night to secure their first title in over 3 decades. The Sports Update is brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, your dealer for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Number 1 team man, and he's playing so good. He wears 25, gotta love his game, playing better than you thought he could. Darnell Nurse, he's running the point, sometimes on the power play. Got a nasty little edge, makes him pay the price when he's out on the BK. He's the one they call, he's real good. He's the one that's on the ice all night. He's the one they call, he's real good. Crashing, baiting, dropping gloves, you know he's getting paid. He used to have his on it and more, nobody is throwing shade. Focused on the prize, you can see it in his eyes. Mess with him and you're going down. Watching him is a treat, or fans gonna tweet and turn his Darnell's town. He's the one they call, he's real good. He's the one that's on the ice all night. He's the one they call, he's real good. He's gonna shut down your top line. I've got one thing you'll understand. Doc is real good. He's not what you call a glamorous man. Doc is real good. Got one thing that's easily understood. Doc is real good. He's the one they call Doc, and he's real good. Oh yeah.
All right, 7:36.
Yeah.
Boy, if you could just hear the tales that Dave tells off air.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Zoller was a classic golf
Good
name.
name,
Ryan from
yes.
Saskatchewan. Chichi Rodriguez, Jordan says.
I heard it pronounced. I'm not fabricating.
Chai.
Yeah.
Chai.
Well,
either or.
That was
either
hit cold. Not by me, but
I learned to cook from a Fijian chef at Northlands who had cooked for Vijay Singh in Fiji. That comes in from Rod Z. Davis Love III.
that's a good name.
Rip City Step asking if I'm okay today.
Why? What's wrong?
No, I don't know. I'm good. I just, if you missed before, there was a bunch of scented oils at home. No, don't get carried away
You know what
here.
those are called? Diffuser reeds.
Diffuser, that's what it is.
Reed
Yeah.
Wilkins.
Yeah. And there was a vase or a vase, a
Yes.
small one with some sticks coming up that take that liquid and put it into the air. I'd set my clothing next to it to make it easy for myself this morning. The clothing somehow absorbed that liquid into
There was
the clothing.
transference.
It was damp. It was that much. So I had to get that clothing out. Now, unfortunately, some of it's got on the hat.
Yep.
The smell is wafting around here every time I make a move. It's not an unpleasant odor, but it is getting rather annoying. Would you not agree? Like it's
Well, I guess I've gotten used to it. So now I just feel like I'm in a Michael's store.
that would be that's a good
Right?
way of putting it.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm EST this morning. I could go down that aisle and pick up some, things for knitting. And then I could go over to aisle 7 and I would pick up some diffuser reeds, Wilkins.
Yes, diffuser Reeds Wilkins.
Yeah.
Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen today and tomorrow, as we know. Well, we'll day to day. We plug you and play you.
Let me put it to you this way. If it were a playoff game, Dustin would be here.
That's a good way of putting it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair?
The Zach Hyman of Edmonton Sports
If
Talk.
we were opening against the Mammoth today, Dustin would be here. But we're not, so I could be here on Friday, much to the chagrin of some.
Yes, well, to most.
Yeah.
Not to me, though.
No,
And
I
I don't
know.
think to Trev. I will speak for him here, but yeah. There he is.
You know Will Fraser, Dave. I know.
Well, yeah. What do you want? What do you want exactly?
What do you
You
want
gotta-
from me?
YouTube Trev, Lieutenant Eric Dave Jameson. Let's get to confessions here for Spectrum Rental real quickly. They do text in as they normally do on a Tuesday. Confessions brought to you by Spectrum Rental, where they confess, if it says it's spring, we believe it's spring. Come get your lawn aerator and power rake today and be the first in your neighborhood with a beautiful green yard. Spectrum Rental, keeping your project on time. Great bit of advice. As I said, you mentioned during the Sports Update commercial break, it is coming down out there. That can all change in 12 hours.
Okay, fair
all
and true.
goes away.
And I don't want to derail us here from this segment, but we're always told that this is good for the farmers.
Well, it's good.
Does that apply?
Fires.
Sure.
All
Yes.
that. Any moisture.
It's
I
good
mean,
for the farmers, Dave.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
he told you.
And I watched a piece yesterday on talking to a guy with like 5 decades experience working the land.
Yep.
And this was a good winter. Fair?
For the farmers.
Yes.
And I will say as well, for somebody who likes to walk, good for that as well. The dust can go to hell.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That seems like a strong reaction
I know,
to nature, but you're...
I know a lot of you would prefer the dust and the wind, but I don't mind the little snow keeping it down. Gordfather says Dusty is more Kapanen than Hyman, or maybe he was thinking of you. Either or. Dusty's more Kapanen than Hyman of EST. Shows up occasionally and leaves you wanting more. That could also be said for you, I guess. You do show up occasionally, but maybe Dustin now is more of the occasional worker. Anyways, confessions, get them in 780-218-9999. I know Trev's got a zinger coming up. I'm sure. Dave, you've got something probably to get off your chest.
Yeah, I think I do.
If you would allow me to start, though, I did say that I would confess to something this morning that I will exercise tomorrow.
Demons being exercised.
And this kind of goes into it as well. It's some people would classify it as a satanic drink, if you will, if you subscribe to some theories out there. The devil's
up.
juice.
What's going on?
I have never in my life consumed in my entire life, 40 years, Dave.
Yes.
I have never have I ever.
Okay.
And you might find this surprising. I don't know if you have. You probably have. Just given, I don't know.
His time
I shouldn't
on planet.
be ageist. Well, no, but I think it's more so with the younger crowd these days. But I do know a few of our older listeners. Norman the Combine, I'm looking at you. Savage the Plumber, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
But I confessed this morning to never having consumed, and it's sold all over the place. Like it's a very common,
universally available.
Yeah, like it's not something that I've never been down to Oregon and had a chance to. I could get this anytime. I've had full access to it. In fact, I've dabbled in a similar type of drink
Okay.
So it's a type of drink.
In the
It's
past.
a type of drink.
It's a type
Thank
of-
God
you're
we're
getting
borrowing it. Good work
alcoholic
there.
Beverage? Probably.
No alcohol.
Is this a juice?
Oh, God, we're playing one of these
no.
games. Is this charades at an awkward party?
One word,
Tea?
2 syllables. No. So I have never,
Yeah.
in my life, Dave
Okay.
and Trevor, I've yet to consume a can of Monster energy drink.
Oh.
I get it now.
Do-
Yeah, the satanic part and all that.
Yeah, because
Yes,
the 3
of
and the
the
thing,
logo
people,
and the
Put it
whole
upside
thing.
yeah,
down.
they get a whole
Yeah.
thing. So anyway, but like, and maybe there was a bit too much
should've
setup for that. Maybe
guessed
it's not
that.
as
No.
earth-shattering as
I
you would have.
savored it. Oh, you're not.
Oh.
I think I had one when they first came out.
Yes, you wanted to give it
When
a
they
shot.
hit
Yeah.
the market, well, as I always do, right? Early adopter. And I'm trying to think. I'm sure it was with alcohol because this was a number of years ago, like a number of years ago. And I went, I'm good. I'm good. I made that sound. I went,
Did you have the full can? Because they're huge.
No. And I'm sure there was liberal use of vodka. I mean, come on.
I hear they go good together.
I see
Yeah.
you and raise you, and I went, I'm good with the one-off. Like, I'll try
Yeah.
it.
You want to try
Wow.
it?
That's crazy.
So what
I
I'm
have
going to
some
do?
friends. I have
Yeah.
some in the media.
Sure,
Who
sure.
would have thought that like a Monster Energy drink to start their day?
Now I have dabbled in the. I've rode the bull.
Yes, I understand.
Back at 1260, I'd have a can of Red Bull, and Cheryl would cook me up a plate of bacon down at Cheryl's Sweet Treats. Remember that?
Yes,
old,
I remember. We had
you
boy. You could tell the media game has changed when we had a restaurant in the building.
I still can't believe it happened. But
Yeah.
I'd have a can of Red Bull, I'd have a plate of bacon, and I'd go to town on a Club Eatly remix, and I'd feel great. Like I'd just be like flying, with
Yes.
that grease accompaniment plus the, and then of course going to Union Hall back in the day. I mean, it was Jaeger bombs with the Red Bull.
Those
Jaeger.
are those still a thing?
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you can order
They
them,
are?
I'm sure,
Okay.
if you ask politely
Yeah.
at some places. But I've never. The last Red Bull I had too, I was driving into Regina for a Rough Rider game, and I was like, I got to kind of wake myself up. I'm going to a house party here, and I had a Red Bull in the car, and I didn't pound it. I was just sipping it, and I felt like I was like,
Jittery.
whoa, like I had.
What
to,
are those things you can buy in the gas station? They're little.
the 5-hour energy or whatever it is?
Right.
Yeah.
Mike
quick
Maurer,
nip, the quick
now
nip.
Maven Maurer,
Yes.
asked me to go and get some when we were at McMahon playing the Stampeders.
Some or one? Like he wanted a
Oh no, it never just
20-hour
one.
energy drink?
No, he goes, JMO, here, I'll give you, because we used to use bills back then. And we had time, and I was kind of wandering around, as I often did. I'm not playing in the game. And he goes, hey, would you mind? So I jumped in the Eskimo vehicle that we had, probably a Ford.
Yeah, put the light on the
time.
top, like
Yeah.
this is an emergency.
And drove off in search of those, what are they, the like,
It's like a little. It's like a pack. It's like athletes with the gel, like
Yeah.
kind of like I've never had one of those.
Bunch, and I'm sure he ran up and down the field and knocked people's heads off.
Well, so we all like. I love coffee. I probably drink too much, just black, but it gets me going in the day, and it makes my speech race. Probably annoying for the listener.
We had a guy have a heart attack
Well-
during a game. Raheem Abdullah. He had Red Bull. Again, they were just out.
Yeah.
They were just out, and he thought, as you would if you're a professional football player, if one is good, I'm going to let you in on a secret, Trev.
Two is
Then
better.
two's better, and by golly, why wouldn't you add a Starbucks
why stop
or a
now?
coffee? Just keep it going.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it was not good. It was not
It's a
good.
recipe for not success.
No.
Now I know most people are saying good on you. Those are bad. I understand. Like I don't rock Red Bulls every. I will have maybe one a year just as a fun. And I'm not drinking coffee with it in the morning. Like
I understand.
Jason and LeDuc, good for you. I've had one Red Bull in my life, and they are trash. That stuff is worse for you. Your liver than alcohol. It's probably the worst processed drink in the market. They had the little Red Bull, the Red Bull gals driving around in the car with the
I
little
remember
thing.
those, yeah.
And remember at the old place, they would bring it in. Like we had those fridges, and they were like, here, have more. Kind of a pushing
You
it
can
on you.
feel the enamel on your teeth leaving your body. Like
It was a
see you later.
kind of
Yes.
But so my question this morning is for all of you, and I know some of you are texting in.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you say you drink Monsters on the daily, and I'm not here to judge or anything.
Sure.
I just want to know. Like it's the first Tuesday of the month. I'll be doing a big grocery shop later today, and I plan on picking up a single can,
Just a single.
of Monster.
Chilled. Better chilled. Fair.
I'm going to have it cold.
Okay.
I don't want it room. Yeah.
You ice that bad boy.
You got to maybe pour it in a glass, over the rocks.
You've chilled.
On the rocks. But what do I do? What's the flavor? Sugar-free?
Green. Get the green monster. Yeah,
Is that the classic one? Like the black and green?
That's like classic, yes.
I should probably start there.
Against the monster community, it's well regarded that
you know a lot about this drink.
Community.
The white monster is the best.
That's what they say.
That's
right?
what they
and
say.
That's
White
sugar-free.
Monster. I've never tried the white monster.
But you've had monster.
I've had the green one lots.
And that's the classic
Growing
green
up,
black.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
that was.
How many of those would you rock in a day? Or you can be honest. You can confess. This is a safe space.
One of my favorite things to do growing up was the 7-Eleven trip with the boys.
Yes,
and it was the green monster was always
get
in
on
my,
your 10 speeds and ride down.
I see it like from a mile away. I'm like, I'm coming for you. And then that and sweet chili heat chips. Those are my two things, and probably some taquitos.
Great for the gut.
If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
But
it's a self-colonoscopy.
So good. You feel great.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Well,
totally natural.
Yeah,
you feel great.
Totally
You feel like you can do whatever you want.
Sure, yeah. So
until you can't.
But the Red Bull cans are so small, and I'm just
Yes, you
wondering
can
why
get
these are just like king cans. Like,
Yeah. I don't know why that.
Like,
that
are you
is.
just getting?
I
Is
don't
it
know the
more Red
science.
Bull? Like, is it double the dosage, or is it just more same dosage but more? Like, is it cut more? I guess
It's
you
more
could say.
wallop.
Yeah, it's just you'll
Watered
get a little
down?
bit more, but it's just like a bigger version of it. Yeah, you want a little bit more. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit more.
Because again, the Red Bull was enough for me, but I mean, I don't know. Nolan from St. Albert says White Monster is good though. He goes, tastes like Red Bull. You're not missing anything. Well, but I just
That's
want to
the
check
thing.
it off the list. I want to say that I had one, so I'll have one tomorrow on the show. I'll forego coffee. I'll come in here 6
Okay,
o'clock
I'll
hour.
hold you to that.
I will crack a Monster and sip on that puppy throughout the program.
And then that way, that'll give me time to clean your Yeti mug.
I know you don't.
Yes, I want
a
to
good
crack
one.
at that one.
I like keeping the flavor. It's a flavor flavor when you just give it a rinse and you get that buildup of.
It's not an oak cask here. It's a Yeti mug.
I taste coffee of years back.
Yes.
It's quite a memory.
It's terrific.
Somebody says the coffee monsters are good. I've heard of those too. You dabbled in that?
No, never.
Now, do you
when I
drink
try
that
something,
cold, or-
and if I like it, I stick with it for years. I never change.
You lock in, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
I'm
like
just
Dustin.
why change?
In so
I
many
really,
ways,
really
but
like
yes.
this.
Yes.
Thank you. So, get the green one or the white one. Those are my recommendations.
Okay.
Green or white? Okay, well that's where I'm going to go here.
But like Red Bull,
they have like tropical tutti frutti stuff too.
Yeah, they got all
I
that
actually perused the website for a
course.
couple of minutes yesterday just to kind of get some background on this.
Really?
I'm doing a little. We call it show prep, Dave.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of show prep, but okay, so you're checking it out. You'll report back.
Horse says you might as well drink your wife's essential oil diffuser.
Yes.
Probably the taste is I get you there. I probably the same.
But Red Bull is the best, in my opinion.
I like a sugar-free Red Bull.
Oh yeah,
I'll get down on that. But again, it's not habitual. I'm not going to get hooked on Monster Energy. I love a
Well,
coffee.
you say
that's
that
fun.
now.
Yeah, he's your yeah.
Come on, it's
Just one.
It's a puff, a party, a tragedy.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to hit me with that.
Tube?
yes.
It's just all it takes.
All it takes
is
is
just
one.
one puff. And
Yep,
you're gone.
and then you're in.
and I worry for you that you're going to go to a place that's dark and hard to get out of.
A month from now, LT's just gonna be like, "Hey, JMO, how's it going, JMO?
Yeah, and
you
you're shattering like a
Here's
like
20.
a monkey.
Go, man.
Pick me
Yeah,
up a
could you?
couple of.
You got to do something for me, man." This is
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Monster Energy drink. Don't know the flavor yet. I'll maybe decide when I get to the dealer.
Dispenser.
Yeah, the
Not too far away
dispensary.
from here.
My
Yes.
apothecary.
Yes.
Around the horn here, boys. Anything you'd like to get off your chest? I mean, it doesn't need to
Is
be.
this a confession?
This is a confessional. So
I put some of my garbage in my neighbor's bin for takeaway, for pickup, garbage
were
pickup.
full to the
Without
hilt.
approval, yes.
yeah, but what was this? A kitchen bag or just
That's okay.
few scraps?
Oh, no. It was a kitchen
full-
bag.
okay.
It was like, and I didn't do the old, hey, can you help a brother out? You mind if I just kind of did it?
Now, what was his bin looking like? Did you top it off? Like, is there no room anymore?
No,
Like,
no.
okay.
There was
funny if
enough
he-
room to accommodate.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to jump on the top of it to push it down. But you know what? I was like, it was, and I understand that's not good public decorum. That's
Better
not
than littering.
neighborly. Well, fair.
When is pickup day then? Are you?
Well,
close to
I'm on a Wednesday pickup.
Oh, so
So
you're-
that's
you're
tomorrow.
fine, yeah,
Yeah, but Still, I don't feel great about it.
That's a nice confession.
Well,
and now
it's off
10
my
pounds lighter.
shoulders or wherever I carry these things.
Trev, what would you like to confess this morning?
That was a great confession, J-Mo.
It's
okay.
It's a mere snapshot of life.
It is. Yes, I've done it too. Confession. I want to go into my weekend. Or Artemis, Aliens. What route should I take? I think I'm going to go with my weekend. And I said it last week, boys, that there's a few things I needed to watch. Well, this has been talked about for a while now.
Arlington Road
and the Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
Go over the list, yes.
Those were the two.
Is it fair to say you're never getting to them?
Well, I said last week I was going to watch them. It was a long weekend this weekend.
Did you start Big Lebowski too? Didn't you start it or something?
Yeah, that was like a month ago. But it was like that was like 1 o'clock at night. I was in one, and then I fell asleep. I'm like, damn it!
And it didn't hold your interest.
Well, I was pretty.
Yeah, don't watch it. Watch it in a clear mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like I said last week, I was at a long weekend. So I have a lot of time. And guess what, boys? I didn't watch it. I confess I didn't watch it.
No.
I'm not shocked at all.
That's my confession.
I confess that I don't think you're ever going to see. The problem is, and this is like I love sitting down and watching a film and putting a phone away, not being disturbed. The problem with you guys is your reels and your 30-second and you're just you want it boom,
That's
bam,
not true.
big
I
bang,
actually
boom.
went all of last summer, like 6 months off of Instagram, and it was great. I didn't watch any reels. I had no TikTok. I had nothing.
But now,
what brought you back on?
Well, I mean, I'm back on, but that didn't. I didn't watch any. I didn't watch any movies.
Tragedy. Yes.
No, I have got a great attention span. That has nothing to do with it. No,
I'm not saying your attention span. I'm just saying that I think. Would it be fair to say that people of your age these days, I mean, we've seen movie theaters, like
the majority, yes.
Sitting down and watching a movie is not something that maybe
in
was
a public place or
public place, but or regardless, like carving out an hour or two to sit down and watch a movie is not something. And I know we've talked about this, Trev, that when somebody comes up to you and says, "Oh, you got to watch this. Oh, you got to watch that."
That was my confession a year ago.
Nobody likes that. Nobody likes
telling
getting
me to watch things.
Watch like, hey. You got 2 hours? Watch it. Well, I don't know. Like, is it going to be worth my time?
I forward articles to people,
all of a
and
sudden,
I'll say, "Give this a read if you got the time. This is really good writing."
You send me a lot, and I must confess, I probably read, 75%.
But I read a lot. I read books, and this is not, being an elitist. I'm of the age when I read.
You can have the patience to sit down and just yeah. And this is not a personal shot at you. I'm just saying that a lot of people with
the majority
movies these
for
days
sure
are kind of, it's tough to watch
I confess, back home before I moved here, every Tuesday, Cheap Tuesday, I'd go watch a movie with my best bud from back home, one of my best buds. And then I come here in New City, I don't know. I have no one, I don't want to go by myself. That's another confession. Stop doing it.
Another movie we're adding to the list this morning is one Fritz the Cat, which you thought was a television program, but it's actually a film. Yeah. So we'll add that to the list. Big Lebowski, Arlington Road, Fritz the Cat, which is on Prime right now.
What about the things that I want to watch? Now I got 3 in the queue that are recommended, but what about what I want to watch?
What do you want to watch?
Nothing right now.
Well, then it looks like you got some time to get these films under the... well, it won't be this weekend, given the Masters are on.
Yes.
So we just have to kind of...
Just play it by ear, I guess, boys.
Keep the campaign going.
Yes.
I don't think you're ever going to watch them. And I'm not saying that in a bad way for you. I'm just...
Will you come to movie nights with me on Cheap Tuesdays?
No.
Well,
quick answer, no.
Please.
No.
J-Mo, please.
Do they even have Cheap Tuesdays anymore? Going to a movie is
they do
pretty...
periodically.
Yeah, really?
Cheap
At
Tuesday?
the big theaters? Like, you don't have to go to
at the big theater. You don't have to
it's
go to...
not one of those other theaters,
Anyway.
It's a good confession. I thought you were going to confess that you watched at least one of them.
No.
Or part of one.
No.
If I were to power rank them, I'd go Fritz the Cat, Big Lebowski, and then Arlington Road.
Yeah. Hey.
If you're looking at a power ranking of
what's the thing? 3 hours to watch this
Fritz the
movie.
Cat's a great film, man. You can attest that that's a rite of
Well, that's a rite of passage.
Lucas asks, has Trev seen the TV series American Choppers?
No, I haven't, Lucas.
Monster Garage?
Choppers. Nope, that doesn't ring a bell either.
Chris the Plumber says, Fritz the Cat, after a strong edible and a nice scotch on the rocks, you won't be disappointed. And see, this is it. You can, maybe
American
Big Lebowski,
Choppers.
maybe Arlington Road, you can't. But if you want to get a little dinged up on the weekend, you pop on Fritz.
Okay.
Won't steer you wrong.
Yeah. Because Fritz the Cat is almost inebriated in the movie himself, right?
touch.
He's kind of on a trip.
Yes, he is.
If the bin is already at the curb, fair game, Brent P says. Was it at the curb or was it still on his? Because pickup's tomorrow, so you're...
Yeah, his bin...
You trespassed, in the sense.
Kind of, yes.
Rod Z, confession. My dog number 2'd on the neighbor's lawn and I went to grab a bag to get it.
No bag?
While I was inside, the neighbor came out barefoot, and you know the rest of the story. I ran back in the house before being seen.
Oh, no.
Rod tried to do a good thing. Unfortunately, time caught up to him there, and good for him for fleeing the scene.
Yeah, that's always the best thing.
What
Just
are you
run
gonna do?
away.
The guy doesn't know. You had the proper intention to
I'm
clean it
big
up.
on picking up after your pet. Seems like minimum standard.
Seems like it.
It seems like it, but...
And that's another reason I don't mind the snow is because if you're walking around when it's not, there's a lot of stuff that of months past that come up. Amish Man 19 in the nasty chat. I confess this is the least shocking confession I've heard from YTT. I did kind of think that he was going to say he watched one of them or parts of one, but proven wrong yet again. What happens first? Oilers win cup or YTT follows through on a promise to the boys? Baptized Big Uke. Ooh, shots fired.
I will.
Oh, help. Whoa.
Don't
you
worry,
promise?
boys. I will. Yeah, I promise.
That's inside. That's a
course.
pitch inside up and around the letters.
Sounds like LTE needs to have a movie night with YTT every week.
I agree.
Yeah, you've seen my basement. It's a nice nook.
I don't see that happening at all.
Maybe
based
once a
on
month.
his commitment.
Once a month.
I'd have the invite out there, but I don't think.
Once a month.
Trev's got better things to do. He's got the nightlife. Young man about town. Doesn't need to watch movies at
once a month.
Once a month, eh? Once a month a movie.
Yeah. Tuesday.
You feel like you could hold
one Tuesday a month, yes.
You could commit
to
take time away from frisbee golf.
Yes.
A Tuesday a month at a cheap theater or a Tuesday a month of just me going over to Igor's house or you coming over to my house?
Cheap theater. That's why. Cheap. Yeah.
And where is this? Is it near your place?
No, go here.
The mall?
We'll go to the mall.
They got the cheap ones on the...
Yeah, of course they do. Wouldn't they? Isn't that a universal?
You're just assuming. I don't think they do, man. Every time I go there, it's always
Cineplex.
triple digits.
No, every Cineplex has that. That's a thing. It wouldn't just be a...
Check your local listings.
I think you're living in the past, man.
No.
Oh, look it up.
Okay.
You search that up. After the
break.
After the break, you get somebody on for trivia. We'll go through what we have to do, but you look up, we need this by the wrap. Oh, I want to know what you learned. If you learned that there are cheap movies. I don't believe it. Maintenance man Jim says Leduc and Wetaskiwin cinemas have cheap Tuesdays. I'm not driving $2 gas and I'm going to drive out to Wetaskiwin for a cheap movie.
In this economy?
$5.
You lost your lid?
Oh, can I say it now? Or no? At the wrap, say it. Because I've got the answer.
Save it. Yeah.
Oh.
Nasty's movie night out, Trev Lindy says. We were talking about going to... where do we hold the Estes there?
Metro.
Garneau Metro.
Yeah.
We were talking about having a nasty movie night because you can rent those places and, Saturday morning movies or whatever you want to do. Anyways, okay, let's get back on track. Hour 2 of the Nielsen Show was brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We thank Spectrum Rental for sponsoring another highly, not entertaining, but perhaps informative edition of Weekly
I would think informative
Confessions.
is the word there, yes.
Yes. So we need a person right now for kind of easy trivia. That's coming up just after the top of the hour. It's for Mr. Mike's. You're playing for a gift card to Mr. Mike's. You're also looking to unlock a Club Beat Loop remix from the vault. We had Mike going 5 for 5 yesterday. We want to continue the good times here. So text in 780-218-9999. Trev will pick a lucky texter, and you'll be the next contestant on Kinda Easy Trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions, too many as well on the way. Greg Washinsky of ESPN will do a full hot lap around the NHL. We'll get you set for Oilers and Mammoth with an orange and blue breakfast, and the wrap for William Huff, all still to come in hour number 3. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen. Lieutenant Eric on the Nielson Show, brought to you by Weiss Johnson. We'll be back if you're all listening on 95.7 Cruise FM. A quick traffic update from the wonderful Pauline Higgins, and a sports update right now with YouTube Trev. It's for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
We start with the tough one at Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oil Kings saw their season come to a heartbreaking end last night in Game 7. It was a 3-2 overtime thriller that saw the Blades punch their ticket to the second round. The Blades will now move on to face the Raiders in round 2. Around the NHL last night, Winnipeg kept their playoff hopes alive with a dominant 6-2 win over Seattle. LA knocked the Predators out of the final wildcard spot with a 3-2 shootout victory. Buffalo doubled up on the Bolts 4-2, and the Sharks edged the Blackhawks 3-2. Over to tonight, where the Edmonton Oilers officially kick off their final road trip of the regular season as they roll into Salt Lake City to face the Mammoth. The Oil will be shorthanded again as Zach Hyman remains out of the lineup for a second straight game. Be sure to catch the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tom Gazzola and Benny Thompson. Coverage starts at 6:30 with puck drop at 7:30. On the diamond, it was a World Series rematch to forget for the Blue Jays, getting thumped 14-2 by the Dodgers. Max Scherzer exited early with the forearm tendonitis. However, Schneider is confident he'll make his next start. The Jays are right back at it today. Kevin Gausman takes the mound with first pitch at 5:07. In the association, Nikola Jokic was an absolute monster for Denver, dropping 35 points, 14 boards, and 13 assists in a wild 137-132 win over the Blazers. And San Antonio handled the Sixers 115-102. Tonight, 10 games on tap, including the Raptors in Miami to take on the Heat. Tip-off at 5:30. Finally, we have a new king of college basketball. For the first time since 1989, the Michigan Wolverines are national champions. They take down the Yukon Huskies 69-63 last night to secure their first title in over 3 decades. The Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
What say you? A nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? A nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind? 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad cats like Wyshynski and Noodles. Gadget can gauge it. Go to Play Alberta to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Sharky's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number 1 in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We want to hear some hot takes and we want to hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I want to kiss away? Beat left the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about what's his name? Macramella, Rappaport, Drager, Engineer. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the north. I'll run him, give him present. Does he go on? What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing we can do about it,
No,
Dave. Dave
can't.
Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen on another installment of the Nielson Show here. Hour 3 kicking off. Lieutenant Eric and YouTube Trev with you as well. Coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, where you can get that 3-piece bone-in chicken today, spicy or non, for just $8. Hell of a deal there. So get down to Popeyes today if you haven't already and get that chicken in you. Warm me up on a day like today. We got kind of easy trivia coming up. 3 questions too many. Greg Washinsky will be joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well midway through the hour. We'll get you set for Oilers and Mammoth tonight. It is the game day, orange and blue breakfast. Tom Gazzola will also be by with the GCL Diesel pregame show later tonight, 6:30, leading up to 7:30 puck drop here on EST. Where are you going?
What is happening here on live?
What is
radio?
happening?
And
That's what.
What is happening? Are you kidding me?
Okay. Yeah.
No. It's okay. We'll continue
3,
doing
2,
our
1.
show.
Zach.
Sorry about that, boys.
Yeah, I'm
No,
just
Zach wasn't
watching.
in
I'm just
yesterday.
watching
Didn't mean to
Biz
distract you.
Nasty trying Nan for the first time, or Non.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys keep going.
I've had Nan.
Yes.
Yeah, but I will try a monster tomorrow. 780-218-9999. Trev's going to be looking in there. If you still probably time to get in as you just grab the phone if you want to play trivia. Or we are looking for a text of the day. Got a handful of some great texts from earlier. UConn more like you can't. Dusty is so soft, even LeBron James is looking to hire him as a load management consultant. Mike, the Michigan fan.
Easy.
So, yeah, we got a lot of different texts, all worthy of a Royal Pizza gift card today for text of the day. RoyalPizza.ca is where you can go. You can order, given the weather, maybe you don't want to go out and find food. Order this morning, place an order, give it the time for tonight. You get home from work, pizza's there, it's all good. So,
Still
Royal
don't
Pizza.
know how all of that happens.
Oh.
It's a marvel.
Like writing code, internet, and all that. Like,
right.
Yeah. Spicy vegetarian pizzas here. Just in time for spring, Dave. Mushrooms, green peppers, red onions, green olives, jalapenos, drizzled with a mango habanero sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh, bright, and flavorful.
Sounds like it.
Got somebody on the line there, Trev?
Who you got?
Why, yes, I do. Playing today is Cole the plumber. Let's go, Cole.
Cole Caulfield.
the plumber. Have you played trivia before, Cole?
Not for a lot of years.
Okay, perfect. So I think you know how it
welcome
goes.
back.
Yeah. Welcome back to the game. You are playing for a gift card to Mr. Mike's, brought to you by Feast Mode at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. It's been activated for just $39.99. You'll choose between the Emperor's Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup to start. Then you can add a 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo. Feast Mode activated. So you need 3 out of 5. We'll start the ticker after Dave reads the first question. Good luck, Cole.
Did the LA Dodgers beat the Blue Jays last night?
Yes.
Who did the Oilers play tonight?
Utah Mammoth.
Where did the Mammoth used to play?
Phoenix.
What golf tournament starts this week?
The Masters.
Is Tiger Woods playing in the Masters?
Not unless you can crash a car.
For all them Tulo haters out there, suck on that one for tonight, wait.
Or do you have to have old Mr. Wiener out?
Poke you later.
He's got Mike Wallace on the run of 30. 20. One man to beat 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Ravens.
I thought we had great effort from our players. They put a lot of toughness.
It's not surprising.
And none more motions left. Another handoff to Forte. Cuts it back at the 5. He's into the end zone.
Good morning, caller number 10. Who's this?
Yes, all right. My name is Dan. Dan. Oh, awesome.
Blah, 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 blah.
Awesome.
Mr. Wiener out.
Just knowing the maturity level that he has.
Okay, buddy. Poke you later.
Everything about our strategy at the end was to win.
Famous last words there, hey? Everything about our strategy on the show is to win. Would
Yes.
you not agree, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Cole the plumber. He's off to Mr. Mike's. A solid 5 out of 5. Unlocking a Club Beat Loop remix from the vault as well. Congratulations, Cole. Spend that GC wisely down at Mr. Mike's where Feast Mode has been activated. Let's get into 3 questions too many right now for the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where it's always Feast Mode at Park Mazda. For you, the buyer of Mazdas. Check them out today, parkmazda.ca, or go visit Mitch Lewicki and the gang out in Sherwood Park. Let's start social medias. You can always follow Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube. Watch the show as well. All of our programming throughout the day. We got the fireside chat of the Hangout coming up 9 to 11. Lock Shop 11 to noon. Two Guys and a Goalie today, noon to 1. That goes into EST afternoons, and the Reed Wilkins Show 3 to 6. And leading up to Tom Gazzola and the GCL Diesel pregame show tonight at 6:30. So hammer that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It goes a long way both for us and for yourself as well. You can follow us on the YouTube, Edmonton Sports Talk, on the X at YAG Sports Talk, and Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Edmonton Sports Talk.
TikTok?
TikTok. Where can people follow? You're not on TikTok.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Yeah, where can people follow you, Dave?
On the X at the Dave Jamieson. That's it.
Full stop.
Yeah, full stop.
End of story.
I don't keep it stripped down, man. You don't need everything.
No, you don't. Trev, where can people follow you online? You are on TikTok, correct?
Sure he is.
No, I'm not actually.
Not anymore?
No.
Used to be, though.
Yes. If you want to give me a follow, you can do so at YouTube_Trev on Twitter or Instagram.
Question number 1. Provided by Dave Jamieson, actually, earlier today, if you recall, Dave, there.
If you were paying attention.
If you were paying attention while we weren't on air yet. One thing you are tired of.
In sports.
In sports. Just one.
You guys go first. I started it. I'll finish
We had some time to think.
Yes, we did have some time to think. And I thought, and I don't want people to come at me with this answer.
Well, you got to... You want people to come at you.
Yeah, you want the reaction.
Yes.
I will say not always. I think during the playoffs, I'd be, I think the playoffs, it's awesome. And I love it.
Now, which playoffs? We talking hockey
Any
here?
Any playoffs.
Okay.
But, mainly hockey, that's what I watch the most.
Yes.
But I'm tired. I like it. Like I've seen the national anthems, both Canadian, American, how many times? So many times, right? Like I'm totally okay with not watching that until playoffs. Like that's
So
when
let
the crowd.
To rephrase, you would prefer that the national anthems not be performed in regular season?
You can perform them, just don't have it televised. Have commercials go over it because they do that they do that a little bit.
I'll take you a step further.
Yeah.
Save the anthems for international events.
Yeah. You know what?
Bang.
Get rid of them.
I
That's
don't.
exactly where I was hoping you would go. Because if you weren't, I was.
Does it make sense? You got the Swedes, the Finns. They're like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Like, why do we have to?
You're a Canadian playing in an American market.
Yeah.
For 3/4 of your game. Like, we know what anthems are. As you mentioned, Trev, we know them front to back now. We've heard them enough times. Not to say that I'm not patriotic about my country.
You're very
and
proud. I know you said that to me when you came through the door today.
Yes.
God, I love being a Canadian.
Exactly.
Yes. That is the first thing you said.
And Americans love being American. I get all that. But there is a rich tapestry of cultures in the NHL. Even...
And for hockey, if I may just add, a sport that is painfully slow in actually starting their games.
Yeah.
Like a 7 o'clock advertised is, after we present.
It's probably 15 after.
Let's get
When
cracking.
they say 7 o'clock, they mean the hour of.
Yeah, somewhere
and it can
in
be
that
anywhere
hour.
in there.
Baseball can start on time.
To the second.
Yeah, that's
Right.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Trev, you'll get no pushback from me. I've
I don't
thought about
think-
it, and I'm
but, like, the thing
son
is-
of military.
But the thing is
grandson.
like the national anthem, to me, it really, like, during the playoffs, I love it. One of my first memories when I was 8 watching the Oilers was, he put the mic up for the
Paul
Oilers.
Lorio.
Yeah, yes, thank
Paul
you.
Lorio.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was awesome. And, that really, I was like, man,
now
that
Robert
is
Clark
so cool.
does it. Yes.
And then Robert Clark does it. And I think there is a place for that. I love it. It gets the players going. Certainly the crowd is definitely way more into it during the playoffs.
As you would expect. I mean, a Tuesday night against
It's just
pick a team.
the crack on.
Sure. It's hard to replicate Game 7 against Florida for the Stanley Cup. I get that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I'm tired of the net.
Well, CFL too. I mean, the games are played here. Most of the roster is American made, unless you're global. I mean, there are Canadian players.
One of the great, I know you weren't expecting a Dave Jamieson off-ramp here, but based on that, one of the great things of the many crystal clear memories I have of many years in the Canadian Football League is the last walkthrough practice before the first preseason game. And the head coach would gather all of the prospective, in my case, Eskimos.
Yes.
And we would stand in a big circle at center field. Dwayne Mandrusiak would speak to the team about some things. Listen, guys, we're heading off on our first trip. We're taking 2 buses, 3 buses, whatever it is, to McMahon Stadium.
This is a take a knee moment type of thing.
Like, everyone's listening intently. And then the coach, and I was with 6 of them. Maybe it was Cavis. Doesn't matter. They
before
all said it.
Before the coach's cap?
So there was, before the coach's cap. They would say, and we will perform the Canadian national anthem prior to the game. Many of you are newcomers to both this city and to this country. And so what we'd like you to do is listen to the Canadian national anthem performed by our friend, you've met him through training camp, Joey Moss. Joey, could you come and sing to the team? We'd count him in, and Joey would lean in. As we all know, Joey can
spare no expense.
Took the anthem to great places, great heights. And to look around the group, because they don't know.
Oh, the rookies.
The newcomers to the league, they're like, that's how the anthem? What are the words? I can't. And it was, obviously. Kay Stevenson had the guys practice putting the helmet on the right hip, standing at an angle, so everyone was angled down the sideline. We had anthem practice.
Shortest to tallest type of.
Whatever you can do. Kicker, stay to the back near the net.
But with Joey Moss, and
yes, of course.
RIP. I do like what the Kings did last year with that Korean Seniors Center harmonica bit. Sure. Like, have a little. Everybody can sing it.
I have time for that.
Yeah. If you have a bit of a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know, that's different.
I found that kind of, it was cute. It was different. It was funny. It was, have somebody rap the anthem. Drop a beat. Can I get a beat? And then
Well, if Marvin Gaye were still with us, we could have him come back and reprise his NBA All-Star game. Now, that was an anthem, my friends.
Yeah.
I'm down with that one.
Okay.
Mine, I'm tired of.
Yes.
Okay. And listen, maybe I'm showing my age, and maybe I just don't care what athletes are wearing when they enter the stadium.
Okay. The drip.
Well said.
Hockey players typically, with a couple of exceptions, I think Austin Matthews notably, what they're wearing coming in has been done. I understand when these things are new, but how many, guys you see, the Oilers are here for Game 6. 22 guys get off wearing knit caps, carrying a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And they go to the dressing room.
Low ankle socks.
Right. So I'm tired of that particular. I could go on at length about other things that I'm kind of done with in sports. But I'm just like, gosh,
great.
It's just a layer of content. I don't care. I'd use stronger language, but we're on the clock here for swearing on this show.
Some are.
Some are.
We are, listeners, not so much. I fully agree with the anthems. I agree with the fashion aspect. I'm tired of sports science. We've jumped the shark. This is we've sharpened
aiming for perfection. How are you against sports science?
The problem. Too much perfection in a game, whether it's hockey, whether it's.
You want to go back to the time that I'm from? Was smoking and alcohol?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And
it's a lot of fun.
Safety can go to hell.
Okay. Well, are you talking around CTE?
I'm just saying, like,
science.
Ignorance was bliss, and I fully understand why it's here. And I'm not going so much the safety part, but I'm just going for the sports science and always trying to get that edge. And in fact, where to me, watching and covering this and doing this as part of a job, really gets my brain in a place.
Your brain hurts.
Yeah, I just want to watch play and discuss the play. I just want to see them play. I want to see a bit of rough stuff. Like I want my football a little more gladiator style.
Don't you want to know anterior cruciate?
Crusher's listening.
No offense, Crusher.
Yeah.
And I know, and he'll
Human
probably,
performance.
I've double whammed him this morning with my War on Sugar. I mean, the whole monster stuff probably
he would
knocked
not
him
approve.
right out.
He's going all over the place right now.
He's going to have a cease and desist. No, I just think sports is, you do chase perfection and everything, but once you get to a point where it becomes, well, now it's a little too, I mean, analytics I know pisses a lot of people off. I understand why it's around, and I understand the advantage they can give, but take me back to a time where it was just more, you get out there.
The eye test.
You get out there and hustle.
And a
or you
cigarette.
play, yes. And
Just give you a pack of smokes and the eye test, and
that's
one
sports,
team
baby.
had a big number and the other team had a smaller
That's
number,
it.
and that's the result.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's
Okay.
sports. Boil it down. I don't need all this fancy computer. And I mean, look, we're into it now. AI is going to make it. I mean, they won't even have athletes
The
playing
next
the
general
games.
manager of the Leafs
Will be a
might
computer.
be a cyborg.
Yeah, it'll be software.
Yeah.
We've hired a firm, and it'll be a conglomerate of people
It'll be
coming
this.
in. Yeah. No direct head or no one person, but it'll just be a bunch of, It'll be like Zordon and Power Rangers. They go to a room and it's a floating head in some sort of cask or tube, and then they ask it questions, and it's got a big booming voice. That's the new. That thing will find out a way to handle their lack of prospects and draft picks. Can't be a human, right? You go to the AI. Question 2. Given my odor this morning, what is your worst smell or most hated smell, and what is your favorite smell? I will start with favorite. We've asked these questions before. This is Ronnie Radio stuff, but fresh cut grass and gasoline. And you can get that collab in the summer when you're mowing your lawn with the and you.
It's the.
I always misfill a bit and oops, spilled a bit. And then you mow the lawn and you get the grass and you get the gas.
That might not be a bad cologne, like a short run, a
I'd
seasonal.
buy it. Yeah,
gas.
Christmas is coming.
Just gas.
Grass and gas.
What you wearing?
Grass and gas.
Grass and gas. Gas and grass.
Great picks, LT. I love
Favorite. Well, most hated probably is.
Do you have like an over-the-counter scent, like a Tommy Hilfiger or a Calvin Klein?
No, I go more bespoke. My stuff is made in Canada, and it is not
What's your
commercially
favorite
available.
Axe flavor?
Yeah, that now we're talking. Yes. Well, there was a terrible smelling toilet when I was traveling in Southeast Asia that made me go, God, I don't know, man.
That takes the cake.
That right away moved to the top of the depth chart. Favorite smell? I mean, a newborn baby's hair.
Oh, you like that?
Just that
the baby fresh.
Just
baby powders.
It's the start of life. But baby powder, I hear, is not good for you. Like maybe it gets in the lungs. I suppose if you put it on like LeBron.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Why does he do that?
Theatrics.
Right, because he's a
he's a showman.
He's
It's
a real
like
yes, he is.
Triple H before he goes in the ring.
With the water.
With the water.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Except that's cooler.
Yeah.
That scared me. My favorite smell, if you know, you know. There's nothing better than a nice, like, you just go into a garage scent.
You smelled mine.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And I think I said it. I was like, man, you've got a great smelling garage.
I don't mean to brag, but the garage is pretty. It's got that perfect kind of, it's not new. It's not like.
There's something about
but-
garages. I don't know if the vehicle in there, I don't know, just all the weird stuff in there, but it's got that.
Weird stuff. That's a.
They kind of all, there's the miscellaneous items, it just all smells in the garage just so good. A good garage. If you know, you know. Now, a bad smell, I don't know.
Well, bad smells. I mean,
you know what? Sometimes
A poorly done show on
I'll say-
Edmonton Sports Talk can leave an odor.
You're
Fair?
going to Royal Pizza.
Yes.
You text that in, you might be off to Royal
Yes,
Pizza.
and just a poorly done, and this one today may qualify, but you know what I'm saying.
Ryan from Saskatchewan says
Yes.
cat piss is the worst. I can firmly attest to that after having 2 for a year. That's not a good one.
Oh, yeah, that's
He says
gross.
freshly brewed coffee is the best. Lucas says good smell road paving in the summer.
Yes.
Worst is salmon. A freshly paved road.
That's great.
I'll set up a lawn chair and just
watch and smell.
Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like you're on a parade route or route.
Campfire, of course, that's great. Jen Cool and the Nasty Chat. That's obviously.
Campfire can be good, but then the day after
too
could maybe
much-
be the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
it could
agree.
be a bit of both.
And then
there.
you need a diffuser.
Kind of grossed out
That's
by it,
right.
actually.
Yeah, to counteract.
Deaky Sparks says, my garage smells like green cigarettes. If you know, you know. I think he's talking
come on
about.
now.
We can
It's
say
also-
it now. It's legal. Marijuana.
It's also a very
right?
good
That's
smell.
right, it is.
Well, it's.
Hot take. Great smell. Love it.
What's this? Marijuana?
Green. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
like that smell.
I've always
Not
loved
gonna
the
lie,
smell.
but
Yeah,
I've also, from a very young age, liked the smell of skunk spray. Roadkill.
Really?
You drive over it, everyone's, I'm not me. I'm
There
like,
is
You go
something.
right
Well,
back
it's-
to it and
yeah, I'm
get
like,
in
give
there.
me more of
Take
that.
it in.
I don't know. It's weird.
Shanzi says hot pavement after the rain. Well, I think rain in general, like the first rain of the
Oh,
spring
yeah.
season.
New car, obviously.
You crack those windows open.
Yeah.
Brandon from Windsor says curry is terrible. I love the smell of curry.
I made curry over the weekend.
I
It
understand how
smells
maybe it could get
delicious.
annoying if you're smelling it. Like any of these smells would get. I'm
Well,
not smelling
in-
gasoline every day.
In excess,
Yeah.
of course.
But I don't mind a whiff of curry as I don't.
Sure.
That's not bad
It's
at all.
bracing.
Yeah.
You know, not for the timid.
Las Vegas casinos.
I like these. Lots of good answers.
Collingwood
think
Rob
what
says
a-
formaldehyde in high school science class. Yeah, that had a bit of a. that
Las
was a
Vegas
pungent.
casinos. Remind me what that.
Well, they've got that.
because
They've
it's
got
been a
that
while
air
for
going
me.
through. Like they got that, and there's just I know I get that one. That's a real good one.
Okay.
It smells.
Coconut.
Sometimes you'll pick it up at a bar every once in a while here, and you kind of feel like you're on vacation. I don't know what. Maybe that's the air or something like that. But yeah, gasoline smells good. I man. If only it wasn't
Had I
frowned
known,
upon.
I would have brought my little can with me.
Your
We could've
cherry,
just
yeah,
opened
yeah.
it and put it at our feet.
Have a nip, get a couple rags.
HR Daddy would have a word with us, I'm sure.
Well,
Did
yes.
you guys bring gas into the studio?
Maddie would
was
have-
it one of those stunts?
Maddie would have a word for us.
What is this?
Guys, what did I say about popcorn and gasoline? Oh, I don't know. What did you say?
Question number 3, favorite thing about Masters Week? It's easy for me. It's the food menu discussion.
Tiger's red shirt.
That's if
You
he's,
asked.
well, that's if it's a Sunday and he's in contention, which I don't know if
Well, well,
you're not ruling him out, is what you're saying.
until I get a definitive no, he's in play. Endless stories about I can get an egg salad sandwich for $2.
Yes.
That's, when if you go,
Yes.
yeah, James Duthie on,
And you
who
get
I
the
had
cup.
was on, friend of the show, as we say.
Yeah.
Tell us again about the menu options.
But then you get the winner, like Rory McIlroy, obviously.
Yeah.
So now he's going to cobble together an Ulsterman's plate or something, right? Like a Northern Irish something. Or maybe he goes like a hamburger hot dog. You'd probably go to your native type of thing.
But the Irish, heavy on the potato, fair?
Yeah.
And something to drink. Imagine some kind of an ale.
Yeah, maybe
a
a-
high-performance athlete, though, right?
Let's just take a peek here. I'm trying to...
You're pulling
Masters,
up the...
here we go. Masters Club Dinner 2026.
Oh, this one. The
So
the
this
dinner,
is
the winter
great menu.
dinner.
So
Sure.
appetizers, peach and ricotta flatbread, bacon wrapped dates, rock shrimp tempura grilled elk sliders. First course, yellowfin tuna carpaccio, foie gras, toasted baguette and chives. Main course, choice of Wagyu filet mignon or seared salmon.
Okay.
Traditional Irish champ, it says here, sauteed Brussels sprouts, glazed carrots with brown butter, crispy Vidalia onion rings. Dessert will have a sticky toffee pudding, vanilla ice cream, and warm toffee sauce. Served in honor of Mr. Rory McIlroy. So I do believe...
And everyone out on the balcony for shots.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, outside. Let's go.
A little bit of scotch, a nip to kind of...
Just to take the edge off.
So I do believe that's the McIlroy menu here. Scheffler had cheeseburger sliders in 2025, served Scotty style, it says here, whatever that's supposed to mean.
I can imagine.
More of an American flavor there. John Rahm had that tapas menu of Iberian ham, cheese, black truffle, Spanish omelet. So he had a lot of the Spanish feel. So I always like looking at them. So anyways, my answer is the food accompaniment of the Masters. You love Tiger's red shirt.
Yep.
Trev? Is it just the beauty and the majesty of the scene?
I'm all for the food talk.
The azaleas.
Yeah, the azaleas.
I love that.
Big on the azaleas.
The menu, I feel like, this one's a good one. So I like the food talk. I'm all for the menu.
Rob from LA and the Nasty Chat Masters, the camera angle on hole 12 where the green back bunker and flowers are reflected off the still pond. Everybody has their favorite. Whale and the Wolf says Jim Nance and the Masters theme music. When Jim Nance quits speaking at the end of the broadcast, Larcy says, so we don't have a fan of Mr. Nance out there. Apparently.
Okay. That's funny because his voice is so firmly married.
I think the majority kind of like him.
It was Vern Lundquist.
Vern Lundquist,
before
yes,
Jim Nance.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's get to a sports update here. That was 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen. We'll have Greg Washinsky of ESPN joining us in a couple of minutes. Sports update here with YouTube Trev right now. It's for Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction in support of Kids Sport. Join Gene Principe, Mark Conley, and Dustin Nielsen, among others, Tuesday, April 14th, 5:30 to 9 for a live hot stove, delicious buffet, silent auction, and more. Get your tickets today at kidsportbidsforkids.com. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, a quick traffic update from Pauline Higgins. Here's a sports update from YouTube Trev. We'll be back with Hour 3 of the Nielsen Show next.
We start with the tough one at Rogers Place. The Edmonton Oil Kings saw their season come to a heartbreaking end last night in Game 7. It was a 3-2 overtime thriller that saw the Blades punch their ticket to the second round. The Blades will now move on to face the Raiders. Around the NHL last night, Winnipeg kept their playoff hopes alive with a dominant 6-2 win over Seattle. LA knocked the Predators out of the final wildcard spot with a 3-2 shootout victory. Buffalo doubled up on the Bolts 4-2. While the Sharks edged the Blackhawks 3-2. Over to tonight, where the Edmonton Oilers officially kick off their final road trip of the regular season. As they roll into Salt Lake City to take on the Mammoth, the Oil will be shorthanded again as Zach Hyman remains out of the lineup for a second straight game. Be sure to catch the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tom Gazzola and Benny Thompson. Coverage starts at 6:30 with Puck Drop at 7:30. On the diamond, it was a World Series rematch to forget for the Blue Jays, getting thumped 14-2 by the Dodgers. Max Scherzer exited early with forearm tendonitis. However, Schneider is confident he'll make his next start. The Jays are right back at it today. Kevin Gausman takes the mound with first pitch at 5:07. In the association, Nikola Jokic was an absolute monster for Denver, dropping 35 points, 14 boards, and 13 assists in a wild 137-132 win over the Blazers. And San Antonio handled the Sixers 115-102. Tonight, 10 games on tap, including the Heat in Toronto, tip-off at 5:30. Finally, we have a new king of college basketball. For the first time since 1989, the Michigan Wolverines are national champions. They took down UConn Huskies 69-63 last night to secure their first title in over 3 decades. The Sports Update is brought to you by the Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction in support of Kids Sport. Join Gene Principe, Mark Connolly, Dustin Nielsen, among others, on Tuesday, April 14th from 5:30 to 9 for a live hot stove, delicious buffet, silent auction, and more. Get your tickets today at www.kidsportbidsforkids.com. YouTube Trev, you're up to date.
more of the smalls for you here on Edmonton Sports Talk as Hour 3 continues. Dave Jameson in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev with you as well. Should mention that portions of this hour are brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. Don't face your insurance company alone. Contact today for a free consultation. Start your injury claim today. HammerInjuryLaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER. Nielsen Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. We're coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. And joining us right now on the Firehouse Subs hotline, returning to the show after a trip to Disney World Land. I'll let him explain, but Greg Washinsky of ESPN back. How was the trip to one of either Disneyland or Disney World? I can never remember.
It was Disney World. It was a lot of fun. I managed to take a vacation during like the busiest news week in the NHL in the last like 5 years. Mm-hmm. So there's no better feeling than being on your third trip through Space Mountain and thinking how you don't have to write about Brad Treliving. It was a great feeling. By the way, I would love a new segment on the show in which Lieutenant Eric just reads the name of French food. That was quite an adventure on the Masters menu. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I mean, I try my best. We do have to have, I didn't take it as an elective in school, but, you know, Canada and French and all that stuff. So
Greg's aware.
Yeah.
Well, see that too. Thing.
We got that.
Yes.
We got that thing up here. The crazy thing up here. Yeah. Even in Alberta, there's a little bit of French.
I took Spanish. Spanish was my joint as an elective. Okay. I always say this. I think I know enough where if I was kidnapped and dropped into the middle of Mexico, I could probably find my way either home or to a library, a biblioteca, one of the
or
two.
to a washroom or something like.
Right, the baños.
Yes, you've run afoul of the cartel and somehow you've been kidnapped. I liked all of that.
Right. I could for the library, or I could order a hamburguesa from the corner store.
Yes.
You did return from your trip in time for some Devils news yesterday, which is quite fitting. Your thoughts?
Yeah. The way it was described to me recently was that someone was going to probably have to take the fall for this season, and it was a matter of whether it was Sheldon Keefe or Tom Fitzgerald. And I get the sense that maybe Tom Fitzgerald and ownership had a little confab and discussed his future. He only had 1 year left on his contract, and probably there was a mutual parting of ways. Listen, his tenure in New Jersey was a very mixed bag. I thought that he did some very good things in building this roster. But overall, like, their drafting was atrocious. I think that leads directly into their supporting cast being pretty thin for what should be a contending team. And then this season had a few whammies. I mean, he extended Jacob Markstrom before the season and then watched Markstrom be an absolute sieve for 4 months. And then he couldn't land the plane on the Quinn Hughes situation, which I think might be, you know, one of the reasons why he's no longer the GM there. But I'll be interested to see where they go. I mean, one name I heard from multiple sources last night was Brendan Shanahan potentially coming back to the organization as a president of hockey operations above, a younger general manager, maybe Sonny Maeda from the Florida Panthers. But when whoever takes over the team is going to have some tough decisions to make, because I do think it's getting to the point where you have to start talking about the core and whether you need to change the configuration of that core to really make the Devils a true contender.
Peter DeBoer has very few games to make magic and right the ship on the island. Your impression of what Patrick Waugh did or didn't do and what Peter DeBoer can do in the immediate, here and now with that team?
Yeah, I think Waugh was someone who was, I said before the season, I didn't think he was going to last the season. And I think part of that was having a new general manager in Matthew Darch, who actually grew to kind of be fond of Patrick, I think, during the year. But, his system didn't really support his goaltending all that well, which is ironic considering it's Patrick Waugh. And I think as the Islanders look to turn the corner and become kind of the Matthew Schaefer team, Pete DeBoer is a guy that gets immediate regular season results. I don't know if it's going to be immediate in the next 4 games. Mm-hmm. It's kind of late in the hour to be changing your coach. But as Braden Shen told me yesterday when I was at Islanders practice, this isn't just a 4-game stint. This isn't John Tortorella taking over the Golden Knights for the rest of the season. This is a guy who's going to be there for the rest of this year and then at least 3 more. And I think the Islanders have a kind of a long view of what this coaching change means. And it's an important one. I mean, listen, he was going to have his pick of maybe like a half dozen jobs this summer. And he ended up taking the Islanders because he believes in what they're doing. And he's also kind of sick of Western Conference travel, I think. And that certainly is a place to be on the island if you're sick of long road trips.
ESPN's Greg Washinsky joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. You mentioned Tortorella in there. Your thoughts on his residency thus far in Vegas?
I mean, when you look at the teams they might have to play in the postseason, you're looking at the Ducks, the Oilers, and probably the Mammoth. They're all offensively oriented teams, and I think what you saw from Vegas in the last few weeks of Bruce Cassidy's tenure there was a lack of, they called it spark. I think that's a good word for it. A lack of effort, maybe. His voice maybe not resonating in the way that it should. And John Tortorella is the most get your attention guy you could possibly bring into this situation. And if you look at the first 3 games where he's been there, all of them the wins, by the way, their expected goals against is minuscule. Like, he already has them playing a very torch style of defensive hockey. And again, when you look over the horizon at who's coming at you in the playoffs, like, you better have your details on lock defensively before you go up against the Oilers, for example.
Greg, I likability probably doesn't matter or resonate, but I don't know if there's a more likable team right now and a very good team than the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, their story is so compelling, and you have a chance and have had a chance to see the arc of this team, not just this year, but over several years. And it's hard not to feel good for this organization.
Oh God. I mean, I feel bad now that the New York Jets have the longest drought in pro sports.
Yes,
it doesn't make me feel good.
No.
But listen, it's a long time coming. I think it's a combination of a few interesting factors. First of all, you have to give credit to Kevin Adams rather for building out a roster that I think we're going to look back on and say that he did some really good stuff here. I mean, in acquiring a lot of the depth players and young players that are certainly making a difference behind your Tage Thompsons on that roster. But, it's one of those teams where it just goes to show you that sometimes you just need to get a save. And the Buffalo Sabres right now have the 4th best goaltending in the league. The only 3 teams ahead of them are the 3 monsters in the Central Division. And, the way that Alex Lyon and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen have played, I think has maybe covered up some of the analytic struggles they've had even during their winning streaks, and has kind of given them the foundation on which to build a lot of the things that have gone right. I mean, it's a great story. Within that story, there are great stories like Rasmus Dahlin dealing with all of his off-ice stuff and then coming back and having, a Norris quality year while also opening everybody's eyes to him being one of the NHL's most pesty players. It's been great. And I'm super excited to see what the atmosphere is like in Buffalo for the playoffs.
You brought it up last night on the X. Kings and Predators keep charity point farming. Do you see a situation where they both make that wild card spot and end up tied in all metrics, just given how results have been happening with the both?
I mean, it's possible, right? And then we'll go to the tiebreakers, the whole thing. But
yes.
I mean, it's. I'll say 2 things. First of all, the West wild card race is just super fascinating because you have this Nashville team that everyone had dead to rights earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
You have this Kings team that is just chugging along, trying to get in Kopitar's last season. And then you have the Sharks, who, everybody wants to see in there just because you get Celebrini.
Yeah.
And then you look over your shoulder and they're like, Winnipeg's not dead. The Blues aren't dead. Like, it's a really crazy race. And the second thing I'll say, and I put this on Twitter this morning, I am a play-in game guy. I am an expand the playoffs guy. I know that I'm probably in the minority amongst hockey fans, and I'm sure the chat right now is extolling the virtues of my idiocy for wanting play-in games. But
more so than regular, Greg.
Yeah, I know, right? You look at
it up a level.
Well, it's 2 things. It's Greg. Make fun of Greg for his playoff expansion ideas or his hair, one of the 2. But the thing about it is that, like, you look at a season like this, and give me Boston and Detroit in a winner-take-all game for a playoff spot. Give me the Islanders and Ottawa. Give me the Sharks and the Kings would be seated against each other in a winner-take-all play-in game to figure out who gets in the playoffs. And I know people are like, well, then why are you playing the full 82 games, 84 games next season? And my answer to that is, I don't care. Game 7 is the greatest thing in hockey, and we could have 4 of them to start the playoffs if we had a play-in round between the 7 through 10 seeds. And wouldn't that be fun?
I'm all for it. Those matchups look juicy. Like I know you're a traditionalist, so you
No, I'm not actually. I'm in Greg's camp on this.
Yeah.
Give me that stuff.
I'm all
it's
for it.
right there. That theater is ours for the asking. I don't know, Greg, if we've talked to you since the Keith Pelly presentation, whatever that was. And now, you see the landscape, I guess, sort of taking shape in terms of candidates that could or would want to go into Toronto. And where do you see all of that playing out in the next, days and weeks?
I know Elliot Friedman threw cold water on the Doug Armstrong thing, and I'm assuming he knows better than I, but I really you just heard that from so many people during the season of Doug, stepping away from the GM spot in St. Louis and then moving over to the next challenge would be the ultimate challenge, which is trying to build a Stanley Cup winner in Toronto. The only things I can glean are what Pelly talked about, trying to make it data driven. I still don't have a clear idea what the timeline is supposed to look like in Toronto. And, I wonder if Austin Matthews has a sense of that timeline either, because obviously that's the ticking clock for them is what to do with Matthews and what Matthews wants to do. So again, it sounds like they're going to be looking for a Sonny Meta type. And for those who don't know, Sonny is a former professional poker player who was the founder of the Devils analytics department, has been the assistant general manager in Florida for their 2 Stanley Cup wins back to back. Brilliant guy, data driven. He's going to be the name that you hear for the Devils opening and the Leafs opening. But we'll have to wait and see. For me, the biggest question is who's going to be at the top of the pyramid in Toronto.
What's coming down the pipe at ESPN?
Well, 2 things of note. First of all, I'm going to write about the Flyers later this week, who are a mind-boggling team. I mean, they're right now the 3 seed in the Metro.
Yeah.
I think they kind of stink, but they keep winning, and so that's kind of fun. And then the other thing is next week, I believe Monday, will be the final NHL awards watch before the voting begins. That is going to be a fun one, folks, because I am dying to see where the wind is blowing in the last days of the regular season on the MVP race and other races. I'm pretty sure Matthew Schaefer's got the Calder locked up.
Yeah,
but,
that seems
the other races
that seems solid.
More of a breeze there with the wind.
Exactly.
ESPN's Greg Washinsky, welcome back to the show, man. Great to have you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Greg.
Anytime.
Here he is, Greg Washinsky, at Washinsky on the X. Great follow. He knows how to play the game.
He gets it.
He gets
the
and
joke.
I know it makes a lot of you squirm, but I enjoy watching that.
What of Greg, either his writing, his opinions, which sometimes are one and the same, irks people so much in this market?
Well, he's American. So we as expert Canadians in the field, this is our game. And as Greg would argue, not anymore, is the Olympics thing.
Well, touche. And he's not wrong.
That gets people hot. He gets a reaction. I love it. And he's...
Americans have been doing the hockey thing, or as they call it, ice hockey, for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Well, it takes a village, right? You can't be a champion if there's nobody else to play against. You got to have competition.
Yes.
That competition breeds the success.
Correct.
We thank Greg for his time. Joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline, where if the Oilers win tonight and then they win tomorrow, that unlocks the Firehouse Subs hot streak.
And that's happening.
You can get the medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99. Look, man, I know I looked past the Kraken last week. I looked past the Blackhawks last week. Didn't look past the
and look
Golden
where that
Knights.
got you.
Well, no. Well, you got results there. It didn't get you on the Saturday.
Now you smell like a diffuser, and you're yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it's certainly
still there.
back. No. It was profound, and now it's starting to fade.
Yeah.
And then later, I'll probably miss the smell, and I'll say, "Give me more."
Maybe I can sell articles of clothing off throughout the day.
Fair.
To the highest bidder. Let's get into your orange and blue breakfast here really quickly. It's for GCL Diesel. Of course, Tom Gazzola will be by at 6:30 tonight, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, YouTube, iHeart, TuneIn Radio app, or at edmontonsportstalk.com. But it is the Orange and Blue Breakfast brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components from around turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton, Northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Let's get into the host Utah Mammoth tonight, in which they've The Oilers have 2 wins against them, looking for the series season sweep tonight. Schmaltz between Clayton Keller, who's been on fire, and Lawson Krause. Cooley, Yamamoto, and Gunther. Elevated in the lineup since we last saw them, I do believe. One Kyler Yamamoto. Kerfoot, Paterka, and Carcone. Stenlund, O'Brien, Tanev. Your pairings, Sergachev, Dursey, Schmidt, Marino, and Cole Desimone. And in net, Karel Vejmelka and Vanacek. And it was Vejmelka that got chased last game, was it not?
Yeah, Vejmelka's just got a terrible record against the Oil.
He was not having a good time. Guys not tough enough to play for the Mammoth tonight. Barrett Hayton, Jack McBain, and Mackenzie Weegar. For the Edmonton Oilers, last time we saw them out, I know we had lines yesterday, but last time we saw the Oilers, McDavid, Nuge, Savoy, Dickinson, Podkolzin, Kapanen, Szymanski, Frederick Roslovic, Henrique Jones, Lazar. As we talked about earlier on the show.
And
Doc back in as well.
Yes.
Well, yeah. And I was going to get to that. He has been activated. He was in lines yesterday. I'm just going to bring up some of those because I do feel that Daily Faceoff is a tad behind here. But as we mentioned, I mean, with Hyman and both Draisaitl out, you're probably going to see some, if not a lot of change during the game, I guess, depending on how the affair goes tonight. But yeah, let's get to lines from yesterday. McDavid, Podkolzin, and Savoy. RNH, Kapanen, Roslovic. Dickinson, Doc, and Frederick. Henrique, Jones, Lazar. You had Szymanski and Michaels, your alternate forwards. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Murphy, Woolman, Emberson. Jari tonight, boys?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I would like Ingram.
And you laid down the point earlier of
Yes.
this is
the better team.
Yeah.
Going with the better goalie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what say you, Jari or
I don't
Ingram
know.
tonight? Yeah. I mean, it's a back-to-back. We've identified down the stretch run. This is probably a lot of you maybe had Jari not playing too much. Some of you maybe had more than too much. But this was obviously one we identified as both goalies would get a game on a back-to-back. So how would you kind of unroll them? Jari tonight, Ingram tonight, 780-218-99-99. And for the Oilers, of course, not tough enough to play. Janmark on the IR, but Hyman and Draisaitl both obviously out for the blue and orange. Key to an Oiler victory tonight. What do you got, Dave?
Don't do what you did against Vegas and revert back to that form you had. Attention to detail.
Yeah. Get Zach Hyman to do a pregame speech in the locker room. Obviously, you can't follow him on the ice in the example he leads, but maybe he gives you a rousing...
Do what I do.
You guys, I'm not playing, but do what I do. Or maybe pop in an old Rock'em Sock'em from Zach Hyman. Key to a victory tonight, Trev? Light up Vejmelka, do you think? I don't even know if he gets the...
Light him up. Yeah, they might not go that route
I don't
because he doesn't have... Tommy listed the stats, but they're...
Tusks up.
Yeah,
it's a tough read. Hey?
It is a tough read, for sure. But yeah, you got a hungry team. I talked about they're fast, they're motivated.
Won 3 in a row.
They have. You got to play safe. You can't cheat on this team. No cheating offense because this team can capitalize. They do have the speed. They have the skill. So you got to play safe tonight. I feel like they generated a few chances. They generated, decent amount of chances against the Golden Knights. Couldn't quite capitalize on those though. So just play your roles. It's the next man up kind of mentality. You're out, Hyman, but I think they've got the hustle, they got the grit, and the Oilers line up to show up tonight, and it's going to be a close one.
Should be a good game tonight. Oilers Mammoth. Once again, Tom Gazzola, 6:30, your GCL Diesel pregame show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hangouts coming up next.
Do we know who's on the hangout?
Brant Myers will be joining the boys today, former NHLer and founder of the Unhammered drink.
I tried that.
Yeah, Brant Myers in. He'll be hanging with Tom Gazzola and Matt Iwanek. So he'll be in to set up tonight's game as well. Let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, and why wouldn't you? WilliamHuff.com is where you go. In business since 1952, so you know they're incredible what they do. William Huff. What did we learn on the show today? I don't know, Matty, no popcorn in the office. That's his golden rule.
And we're going to assume no open gasoline.
Based off the popcorn thing, yeah. Unless he likes gasoline as well.
If the popcorn is sort of like where he goes, guys, we're not kidding around here.
Yeah.
Want a safe workplace. It seemed to me a little rigid, but I'm assuming Iwanek has some responsibility for general maintenance and upkeep of the building.
We all kind of have duties and stuff, so maybe he's on kind of
popcorn
seed cleaning duty, and he says, no popcorn. Anything else we pulled away today? We learned that you still haven't watched any movies, but you learned about the movie theater.
Yes. and I'm about to tell you, which you will then learn. And we might be able to make something out of this.
Give it to me. Let's go.
Cheap Tuesdays. Guess how much? $5 for a ticket.
Yes.
$5.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
With tax.
That's at the mall.
When bought in theater. Yes.
Not online.
Not on the line. You can't do it on the line.
I like buying a ticket from there. I show up. I don't buy it.
I prefer that. I hate when you have to reserve seats. I don't like doing that.
All right. Well, I mean.
So let's do it. Once a month,
Sure.
we'll pick a movie. We'll go.
Okay.
$5.
All
My
right.
treat.
Okay. Oh, boy.
And these are first run movies, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not retros. Like, it's not like.
No.
I would
Ducks
assume
2.
it's like what's on the street right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, we learned that. Here's your sound of the day. A Clubby Loop remix from the Vault, unlocked earlier today on Kind of Easy Trivia by who was it? Chris the Plumber, I think.
Yes.
For all them Tulo haters out there, suck on that one for tonight, wait.
Or do you have to have old Mr. Wiener out?
Poke you later.
He's got Mike Wallace on the run in 30, 20, one man to beat 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Ravens.
I thought we had a great effort from our players. They played a lot of toughness.
It's not surprising.
And no more motions left. Another handoff to Forte. Cuts it back at the 5. He's into the end zone.
Good morning, caller number 10. Who's this?
Yes, all right. My name is Dan. Ready? Dan. Down. Dan. Oh, awesome.
Blah, 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 blah.
Awesome.
Mr. Wiener out.
Just knowing the maturity level that he has.
Okay, buddy. Poke you later.
Everything about our strategy at the end was to win.
All right, Clubby Loop remix from the Vault. That is your sound of the day. Let's get to your Royal Pizza text of the day. Royal Pizza, still making it great for over 55 years. You can order this morning online, royalpizza.ca. Have the drop-off scheduled at your house later tonight. Bing, bang, boom, you're ready to go with supper. Might I suggest the spicy vegetarian on now? Mushrooms, green pepper, red onion, green olive, and jalapeno drizzled with a mango habanero sauce. Okay, boys, handful of texts here. We'll go around. Gordfather says, Dusty is more Kapanen than Hyman of EST. Shows up occasionally, leaves you wanting more. Don't know if you meant Dusty or you.
Oh, probably Dusty. I can't imagine that I would.
Mike, the Michigan fan, coming off the Wolverines' big win on the court last night. Dusty is so soft, even LeBron James is looking to hire him as a load management consultant. Vance Van Vandervan. Unlike the St. Albert RCMP and distracted driving, Dusty does not take attendance very seriously. Cullen the Amishman. Dusty really wanted to come in the last 2 days, but he made the mistake of asking Dom if it was okay. Now he's off with Hernan. And Horse Eyes. Yukon, more like you can't. I know there's a lot there.
There's a lot you've come at me with.
Would you like me to read them again?
No. For time, I think for time. We are up against it. I'm going to go the LeBron one because I know it would upset Dustin. I like where that's
load
gone.
management. You love a load management text.
Management.
You're guilty for that.
I'm
Dusty
all
is
about
so
it.
soft, even LeBron James is looking to hire him as load management consultant. Mike, the Michigan fan. That's where we're going. Congratulations, Mike, to all your success, both last night on the court and tonight. You're off to a Royal Pizza. Gentlemen, what are we watching tonight?
Come on. That's a question?
We have to. It's part of the wrap here for William Huff. In business since 1952. No, it's a busy
the Blue
night.
Jays stop the slide.
You know what? Well, look, you can now switch between sports. You can have a picture-in-picture. It is a busy night in the NHL.
Sure,
we went over
it always
these,
is
but
this time of year.
Well, not always.
No, this time of year,
Some
though.
nights they'll have a one, on Prime. Yeah. But we will be out-of-town scoreboard watching tonight as well. Oilers Mammoth obviously taking precedence. The Golden Knights are in Vancouver tonight, and the Ducks are at home to the Predators. So a few other games on
Don't
tap.
look past the Canucks.
Torts is already... He's already knocked him off once before as a Golden Knight coach, so he's looking to do it again. Golden Knights in Vancouver, Ducks at home to the Preds, and of course your Oilers on the road in Utah to take on the Mammoth. For Dave Jameson, just want to say as well, the 8 o'clock hour, Dave, brought to you by GD Liquidators. Auctions and appraisals, you mentioned EST, you get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions, gdliquidators.com. Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call at 780-447-2787 or visit them 14510 124th Avenue. Thank you again for coming in.
My pleasure.
You'll be back
Always.
tomorrow.
Yes, I will.
In for Dustin Nielsen, Dave Jameson for YouTube, Trev, keeping the show on the rails. I'm Lieutenant Eric. Hang on, coming up next. Don't go anywhere.